Hello, everyone. Texas Raider here again. Time for the late show. Uh, a couple of quick things I want to bring up real quick once everybody gets in here. A few things. So let me get this going and put that in. There we go. And then I'm going to go over here. There we go. So that should be set. Okay, close that out. Okay. All right. So I hope everyone's doing well. Lori, I've got it pinned and for you to come in basement. And all. We'll wait for everybody to kind of get in here. First of all, we've got Miss Lauren for making it home. Okay. And Ace, thank you once again for being here. And everybody's saying hello. We got Brother Troy. And of course, the mod mother herself. And Ann's here. Hi, Ann. Good to see you. All right. See you in a few minutes. And good night, Heather. And thank you for always helping on the when I go live. I greatly appreciate it. She had to refresh to be able to start the live. Okay. And Ace is sharing out the channels. Thank you for doing that. That is always so great. So, one of the things I want to bring up is that we're all adults. We're grown human beings. Do we make mistakes? Yes, we do. But at the same time, if anybody ever has an issue or has a question or wants to know more, all you got to do is contact me and ask. I'd rather it be that than somebody going behind my back and saying things and they don't have the full story. But in life, there is a man and a woman, and yes, people can be friends. I can sit here and tell y'all at the end of my life, hey, I love y'all. And it's not because of the fact that I am trying to start a relationship in the wrong way. It would be, I look at y'all, especially my mods, who are always there for me. I trust them. That's the reason why you became a mod. And at the same time, if anybody has any questions, then ask. So on with the rest of it. But you shouldn't. Yes, people are going to gossip. I understand that. But when it comes to personal lives, personal things, then it's either not going to be said or it's going to be, hi, Mod Mother.
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Pretty good example. I call her the Mod Mother. No, she's not my mother. It's a little nickname that I have bestowed upon her because the fact that she's very much a good person. She's a good moderator. She's also very knowledgeable about things that I don't know that go over this gray-headed, bald-headed man and all that. So I am a very loving and caring, compassionate person. Okay. If somebody has a family member, a friend, even one of their animals, I would be more endowed to help them out as much as I can than I would be somebody that would be talking behind my back. So, anyway, enough with that.
Yeah, I've never been the kind that likes gossip.
Hey, did you hear about Elvis today?
No, I didn't.
He's got a hunk of burning love.
The burning love. Uh,
But on to gardening, talking about gardening, how we were talking about that, I think, on Wanda's earlier. I'm waiting to meet Lauren and Joel from Making It Home. Joel has been kind enough he's going to get me a 3-foot by 3-foot box. He's going to get me 2 of them because I've got a 6-foot truck bed and my nose is itching. Somebody must be talking about me. Who is?
now you're going to have a fight or kiss a fool.
Oh, I hadn't heard that one. But anyways, probably anyhow. He's going to get me 2 boxes.
Sorry.
I'm going to meet them at one of the 2 YouTube meetups that were scheduled, and I'm going to get these 2 boxes, and then I'm going to adapt them to my specifications because I don't like bending over and being ground level. Plus, I've got the flooding issues, which y'all have heard me talk about. So I'm gonna, if the boxes are not high or waist level, I'm probably gonna add some lumber and raise the boxes up. And so my gardening, I don't know if I'm gonna get to garden this year or not because I'm getting so far behind in the time to do it. Oh God. It was Boots, Chris. Boots wouldn't do that to me. Boots is a good, caring cat. And say hello to Boots for me, please. And to Illy and to Mocha. What was it? Do tell. Come on, do tell. I can't wait. This one dude, Jesus, took all of our sins and paid for. Yes, he did. Oh, they're 3 foot tall. Let's see, 3 foot tall. Okay, that won't be so bad. Awesome. So
Yeah, well, almost.
Let's see, we don't have M in here yet.
Nope, I haven't seen him.
And if anybody else wants to jump on panel, I'm watching the basement.
I see Ace. Romper domper stomper do. Tell me, do.
But so how are things on your end there, Miss Lori?
Oh, things are going.
They're not rocking and rolling?
No, I haven't rolled in a long time.
Or splishing, splashing?
I'm sorry?
Or splishing and a splashing?
Splishing and a splashing. Yeah. Splish, splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night.
And for those that didn't know and all that, yesterday we did get, my city did get water back to the residents. So I have water.
Yay.
And the boil notice has been removed.
Already? Wow.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't drink. I don't use. I'll use the water to shave, and I'll use the water for taking a shower and all that. And
yeah, let it run for a while.
Yeah, there's him.
Okay. I can't read everybody's name. It's
We have one that's in the background that's lurking.
We
I have
do?
been notified.
Uh-oh.
Would anybody like to know who? Come on, Lori, you can guess.
I'm sure I could probably throw a guess out there that it could be a certain person that has a lot of yarn.
You could be correct. And everybody say hello to Miss Rebecca, who's in the background.
Hello, person in the background. How are you?
No, unfortunately not. He has. I didn't talk to him per se today. He texted me and all that, and so. And then I did get. I haven't posted it yet. I did get my bunny video today, even though it wasn't Tuesday. But I did get a bunny video.
Lauren, you don't have to hide in the shadows. Because we love you.
Yep.
No matter what.
You know, I'll stand beside you. I'm not going to stand behind you and I'm not going to stand in front of you, but I'll stand beside you and Joel every time. So. And you've got my phone number, so you know you can call me anytime, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Did you see that Gary asked you if you had his phone number or something?
Yes, I responded, and then I was hoping that he would jump on here and to where I could get him on panel, and then I could send it to a private chat to him.
He said he was going to get home about midnight.
Okay.
So he was going to try and pop up then.
Okay. Thank you.
Certainly.
No, I was trying to get over to my stream and to make sure that I had enough, gave it enough time for everybody to go get refreshments, snacks, because there'll be a movie on tonight's flight. And
I had to hit
the bathroom.
ER.
You had to go to the loo.
And then I had to get my refill because I had a cup of tea before and it's gone.
Did you hear me say bring your pitcher?
Yeah.
or your jug full of it?
That's my fill.
Good night, Heather.
That should last me. Good night, Heather. Nice to see you. Always.
And thank you again for all your help.
Yes.
I need to check.
Well, you said you were. Or you were going to the ladies' room or something. You did mention the ladies' room. I didn't.
M's got to get situated. That means she's got to get another bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Did you see? I don't know if I put reply to all. Did you see what I emailed her a picture of? It's one of these things. It's a plastic thing that you mount into your shower or your bathroom on the shower stall or the bathtub stall, and you mount it and it's like I don't want to do it if I can do it this way. It's got an opening like a fork, but it's big enough for a stem of a wine glass to sit in there, and it'll hold a glass of wine. So while you're in the shower or in the bath, you can just
in the shower, so you can have your glass of wine in the shower. Oh God!
And so and I sent that to her, and I said, "Here you go. You need one of these, Em." And they make them all different colors, But it's just, I oh gosh.
Yeah, that's just what you need is a glass of wine in the bathroom.
Yeah, but what gets me is that they make them for wine glasses. So I guess you could. I
Not
don't know if you.
everybody's drinking wine.
Yeah, yeah. I need to go to the liquor store here in my city and say I'm looking for this particular wine and see if you can get it and all that, just to see if they have that my favorite rosé wine that I can't find anymore. But anyhow, I mean, I even looked on eBay, but the only thing they have on eBay is the wine bottle, empty, of course.
Oh yeah. They're not allowed to sell booze on eBay, I don't think. I don't think you can sell it
Well,
online.
I couldn't remember how the proper spelling was for it. Because there, that's the bottle. It's Matus Rosé. Did you see it, Laurie?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now on Wikipedia.
Uh,
Introduced to the UK
it's in.
in early 1950s.
It comes from Portugal.
Uh, meh. What the heck is this stupid thing on the side? Go away. Okay, that's not helpful. Oh my God, you can buy it online.
From well,
Matus Dry Rosé.
I'm not paying $41 to get it.
Choo!
There's a delivery fee, estimated tax. That's just from one place I found it.
Um, yeah, I'm gonna go.
But the bottle is green. I see another, you know, but that's the clear bottle. I'm going to call it is a drier. In other words,
No, not all regions. US, please.
see, there's this bottle which is not the right bottle.
Yeah, that looks like the new bottle.
Yeah, but it says it's the original.
Matus. Brand of medium sweet product produced in Portugal.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Matus Wine, Portugal's iconic rosé, turns 82 in May 2024.
Well, that means it's about to be 83 then in a few months.
National Rosé Day is June 8th, 2024. Uh, um,
Maybe I need to get M to find me a bottle of it and send it to me. I'm missing the chat. She is
yeah.
Rebecca is here, but she's lurking. She's not in the chat or on panel, Lauren. And
Okay.
Lauren, are you talking about Rebecca's that you can't come up with? Or are you talking about that other one?
So,
Yeah,
Lauren, why is Joel unhappy? Because you were blocked, or I'm confused.
yeah. Look at that one. I bet she gets the cases. I'll see if I'm going to send an email to M and see if she can get this wine of mine and see if they can ship it to me.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Oh, rats, I forgot. I'm doing it on the phone. I got to do a picture first. Then I do the. There's Gary.
I've been blocked before. I'm blocked on one of those big channels on one of those Christian channels. They blocked me. One of those, you need to do this or you need to do that, this kind of tip and that kind of tip, and buy our cooking books, one of those channels.
Gary, if you look up at the
They
top,
blocked me
see that
because I said
pinned
something
the
they
link.
didn't.
If you want to come on panel, then I can send you a private chat in while you're on panel with my contact info. Or you could go onto my web. You could go onto my about me page and find my email address and send me an email and do that.
Hello, Gary. Yes, you should come up on the panel. Lauren. Absolutely.
Okay, he's still at work.
Sometimes it's a shadow ban.
The
No,
shadow knows.
people talk about being shadow banned, and I have no idea how that works, but that's a good possibility that I've probably been shadow banned here and there.
Roger that when you get home. Basically, I just know that YouTube can do a lot of things. Like shadow banned is, I know one thing is that if your channel's growing or something like that, or it's not growing, they cannot promote. They can not promote your channel to where it pops up, and basically nobody knows unless they know your channel name and they actually search for it for that name. You will never see them. Uh, unless you are subscribed to their channel. But you still may not see them.
I have no idea how people get shadow banned.
It's
But
all in
I've definitely heard how, some people have talked about being shadow banned, and I have no idea how it works.
boink, boink. I'm playing, yeah. Oh,
I see that.
speaking of that, I got an alert
Uh-oh. We
earlier.
need more alerts.
Yeah, well, this one's on that other channel that you've heard me talk about.
We don't need those alerts.
Well, these are
Well,
alerts that.
not
Oh,
maybe
go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe you need those alerts, but you know, probably not everybody is gonna wanna know that
No, I'm
kind of
not.
stuff.
That's the reason why I have it my volume on my phone. But another thing, in case those that haven't heard about it, um, please everybody, uh, in your prayers tonight, say, for those that have been affected from the wildfires, the families, the children, the animals. 175 wildfires in North and South Carolinas. They need our prayers because there's a bunch of wildfires going on.
Oh no. They don't need that.
Well, nobody needs it, and
They've had
my concern is celebrating farm life with Bill and Mikey, who I follow,
they're down.
and they're in South Carolina, and I hope they're
Oh.
so
They are really getting nailed. That whole area,
yeah,
the Carolinas, West Virginia, Georgia,
Tennessee, Kentucky.
Tennessee. It's unbelievable. That whole strip has been nailed one thing after another after another.
Yeah.
It's it's all part of the program, I'm sure. Uh,
So, but anyhow, keep them in your thoughts and prayers tonight, please, and thank you.
Absolutely.
But let's see.
In the
Well,
air, you mean, Lauren?
And then I don't know if I said anything about, because I'd mentioned it in the past, that my cousin Rick, whose two dogs got into a fight with another camper's dogs. They're both back home in mending wounds and all this,
That's good.
and they're being more confined until that camper who's supposed to have left this weekend moves on. And then my cousin's going to be changing the rules up a little bit, saying that if you have dogs or animals, they have to be confined, because his dogs, they roam. They're like farm dogs, or homestead dogs, and they do mind and listen, but at times they go off on adventures and all, but they come back. But uh, again, it's like if I went to one of y'all's houses, say for a week, to visit, to see the sights, see all the things around in your town or your city and all this jazz. I wouldn't be sitting there being a couch potato, and I'd be saying, "Hey, do you need help with dinner?" Or, "Hey, can I help wash dishes?" I would offer. I wouldn't be abusing and taking advantage of that person. But that's my way of thinking. But this guy with the camper that had his two dogs, he just let them go and do whatever they wanted to do. And of course, my cousin's dogs, hey, this is our turf, got into it.
Yeah, that's
And,
not good.
and the thing that got me is that if my dog ever bits another dog or hurts a human being or another animal, I would at least say, how can I help? Can I help pay for the doctor bill or the vet bill? This guy didn't do jack diddly squat.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's so yeah, does he have like a campground type
okay,
place?
look up, write this down. You can look it up later. But it's called Drury, Drury Dam, 2 words, DAM. It's in Caldwell, Kansas, and basically it's on a river, and there's a dam there. Well, he owns all of that property, including the dam. He manages the dam and has to repair. Which the videos in the past I put up way back when are pictures of us cousins coming to help him to repair the dam. And so it's his property, and so he owns there's like a down by the dam. There's like an area that's sandy, and the Boy Scouts come each year and they go camping there and do all their Boy Scout things and stuff like that. He has music festivals there, and other things, and so he does a lot for the community and all of this, even though he lives in the county, or in the country, the neighboring city, Caldwell. He does a lot of things and all that, and everybody knows him, and he knows a lot of people. So in turn, with that, he it's like you can buy a park pass for a yearly pass for, I think, $20, and you can come and go as you wish, as long as it's open. He's got a Facebook page for it, and all this stuff. But there's history that dates in the 1800s, and so which he does promote and say things like that. People come down there, they go fishing, they go kayaking or canoeing, and all these people that got them, I don't know what you call them, but they're full wheel drive, and they're like dune buggies, but they're not dune buggies, or something else. They're smaller. Hi, Julie. Wow, you know my cousin. Wow. Yeah, a lot of people. Funny side joke. Funny side joke. My cousin is older than me. And so I always make the wisecrack that if I ever meet a single woman, first question I ask is that, do you know my cousin Rick? And if they respond yes, I say, okay, thank you. Have a good day. He got around. He's had a lot of girlfriends and a lot more wives than I have. And he's got but the good thing is that his kids are very close to him. And and all that. Yeah, Ed and I grew up together. We used to be best buds, but and all that. And there's my cousin Dave and all that. Is this it, Chris? I'm sorry, or Ace.
I was trying to.
Most likely, yes, ma'am. Let me jump over here to YouTube and. Yep, that's it, Ace. Oh, he went up on price. It's $25 now. But I have to guarantee that all that money that he gets for the park passes and all that, for Drury Dam goes back into Drury Dam. It doesn't go into his pocket. It goes to fix the park, maintain it, and because there's electricity there. There's he can bring a tank of water down if you need fresh water or something like that. So. Yeah, it is, Julie. Because I missed a text.
It's okay. We missed Lauren leaving.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rats. Oh, here you go. Here's your funny picture. Me doing one of my things back in the day when I first started the Marine Patrol as a police officer.
What were you sitting on?
The boat. At the back of the boat. See, if you look right down there is a life ring. Rats.
Something RBY.
Yeah, the boat was named after the first police officer that was killed at the department. His name was Wayne Irby. His badge number is 132. So I named the boat Irby 132. So people and pets. Okay. Trips featured. Oh, heavens and Murgatroyd. Let me just do it this way. Here you go, Julie. There's my cousin. That's Rick.
What the heck is he doing?
He's laying on a picnic table because we just got through having a big feast.
And all the dishes and paper towels and everything all still there.
Of course. And then
excuse me.
Here's one of the pictures of him. Not him, but him paddling And that's Dingo, the dog.
Oh,
That's the second dog that got attacked. But that's at them on their excursion. And then there he is.
oh yeah. Why does he look familiar?
he's one of those that,
He's been everywhere, man.
yeah. And then here's my cousin Rick. And then these two guys are our cousins. And they're the Wild Bunch. They are the Wild Bunch.
Yeah.
And so, but you know,
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna get back to there we go. Sorry about that, Miss Lori. I was responding to a
That's
text.
okay. I was reading chat.
Oh,
Julie Cook talking about your cousin.
I don't know, Julie. Are you friends with him on Facebook? I didn't look. Yeah, rats. Go down here.
Yeah. She says, "Yep, that's Rick."
No, I don't see Julie as unless it's I don't know. I don't see it under Julie Cook. I don't see it. But yeah, it just he cracks me up. I mean, my two cousins, Rick and Dave, are pranksters. Oh my!
I date him.
Are they? They're pranksters.
No, Gary, I did not date him.
And the funny thing is that the latest prank that they want to pull on me is because me being single. Okay, they want to. They keep picking on me and go, "We're going to hire you one of them midget strippers." Just so that you can have some company, Chris. I'm like, oh, great, a midget stripper.
Oh, God.
Okay, guys, just what I need.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they always pick on me in a joking way, of course, and being funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's hilarious. But I can just see me. Yep, I found my true love. She's 3 foot tall.
Yeah. Oh, Arlene.
Hi, Arlene. It's so
Gary
great.
leaves and Arlene pops in.
Let me see. I need to go here.
Gary's going to be heading home, and then he said he's going to pop up.
Okay. Oops. I went to the wrong button. There it is. Uh-oh. Are we ready for this, Lori?
I don't know.
Break out the wine. It's that time.
Oh, no.
Fiona!
No, actually, she's. Oh, wait. Actually, I'm drinking this. Wait.
What the
It's
heck
a
is
light
that?
one. Yeah, it's light, but it's actually my third. But
is that beer?
it is. Yeah, it is. It's Blue Moon, but it's a light version of Blue Moon. But it's.
Oh, so you talking about Sarah's Randy?
Yeah, but it's light.
Once in a very blue moon.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Well, Julie, are you referring to Randy, Sarah's Randy, or are you talking about Randy, my cousin? Oh, he did it again.
You two, you have a oops, sorry. You two have a cousin Randy?
Well, we had a cousin Randy.
Oh, sorry.
First cousin, who passed away and all. And unfortunately, I talked to my Uncle Abe or his father,
Mm-hmm.
and because it was at the time, it was every time because I lived in Texas, it seemed like every time that one of our family members passed away, it was a dead of winter up here. And the roads, I couldn't, I
Oh
talked to my
boy.
uncle and said, all right, do I need to fly up there? And he says, Chris, we can't get you at the airport because we're bogged in. It's too much ice and snow.
Oh wow.
And I talked to
Um,
my uncle, and
Mm-hmm.
because the fact I said, well, I'll do whatever it takes to get there. He goes, I know, but right now for your safety, just stay home. He says, I know you want to be here. And I said, well, yeah, you darn right I do, sir.
That's right. Yeah.
But when my uncle or his father, my Uncle Abe, passed away, I did
Oh,
make it to his funeral
okay.
and all that. But now that I'm up here close, within an hour's drive or whatever, I
Mm-hmm.
feel that I can be more attentive to the remaining because all of us kids are now the grandparents and adults. And,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, it's strange because I remember all of us kids being so young and we would do things and all this stuff. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I would come up every summer and spend the summer at my great grandfather's trailer. I learned some things I didn't because I was a kid, didn't think about it. Now that I'm an adult, if I could
Mm-hmm.
have a day to go back in time with whomever, I'd want to hang out with my great grandfather and learn more because he
Mm-hmm.
was in the old ways.
I
Okay.
never knew any of my grandparents. Not
Well,
one.
No.
here's
They
here's
were
a
all gone before I was born.
Oh
Oh,
no.
well, actually, no. My mother's dad was alive when I was born, but I was 11 months old when he died.
Oh wow. You're really young.
well. See,
Yeah.
back in the days when we did live, my mom and dad were alive, and we lived up here.
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather or my dad's father
Right.
would, had a heart attack, was in the hospital. They were calling in family.
Mm-hmm.
The hospital would not allow me to go say goodbye to my grandfather because I was not old enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
you would have thought somebody just declared World War III because I was livid.
I'd be upset too. Actually, I would have been
And,
really upset.
because that was my grandfather, even though I didn't hang around him that much because he was working and all that. He and
Mm-hmm.
I shared something because he used to work at one of the local flour mills. And I know you can't see it because I'm not tan right now, but on my hand here, on this area, on the top of my right hand, is a scar that I have because when I was a little child, the babysitter on accident, and it was accident, was spilt boiling water and it hit me on my hand. So I got burned. My grandfather, who worked at a flour mill,
Mm-hmm.
got his hand. It was because he worked around flour so much. It bleached his hand, and he had it was kind of like a birthmark, that kind of a color, and it was almost exact to my hand's scar.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Wow.
always thought, hey, that's neat. He and I share something. He was the one that got me into CBs and all that stuff and all. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
his father, my great grandfather, taught how to garden, how to fish, and all that jazz.
Julie said we got to meet at Cheeky's. I'm telling you, lots of flatbed pickups go there.
Wow. Well, I mean, what was it? Thanksgiving, we had a feast out at the Drury Dam and at Rick's place. And Sarah, who came in, and I hadn't got to meet baby Randy yet. I've seen pictures, but she was like, "Here," you know. I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I know how to do this." So I was sitting there holding, and it was like, and then they put him in his little walker type, crawler type thing. For whatever reason, little Randy came over to me and all that, and he and I started talking to Randy, and he was just smiling and having a good time, and it was nice. It was really nice because that even though he didn't know, he doesn't, because he's so young, doesn't know who I am, because he's a little baby and doesn't talk and all that, but it was great that I felt, it reminded me of all of us cousins as kids when we used to hang out and do things together. And of course, the two wild ones that I told you about were brothers. And those two, oh Lord, anytime that those two were together and we were all together, those two would get into a fight.
Oh no.
Oh man.
And I'm sitting there going like, you guys, you shouldn't be doing this, because I said, I have a sister, an older sister, 4 years older than me. My sister's special needs. And because of that, I don't get to have the title, I'm an uncle. I'll never be an uncle. Because she's special needs. I'll never have all those times when, hey sis, I'm interested in this one girl. What do I do? Get her opinion on things or whatever. And I won't have the joy. I didn't have the joy of growing old or growing up with my sister, because she's always been in special schools and things of this nature. And the way I look at it is that when you have a brother or a sister, you should feel blessed, because in later on in life, there's going to be a time when you're going to need help. You're going to need them, or you're going to need them to get you out of something, or whatever the case may be. So you should feel blessed that you have that, because there are those people that either have lost a brother or sister, or just don't have one that they can every day call up and say, hey, how you doing? And so I've learned to respect a lot of people because of that, meaning that they do have a brother and sister, and how much I envy them. So there's that. Okay, back on to other things. Let's talk wine. I sent Lori and Em, I sent y'all an email with a picture of the wine. So when you get
I gotta see what it looks like. Yeah, there's a $41 bottle of wine. Oh, by the way, so in chat, I don't want to be rude to anybody. Sorry, Chris, you got into your whole story. But yeah, actually, did you, or I hate to go back to a sad topic, did you read my chat, my message that was in chat earlier? I don't know if anybody actually read it. I mean, I did post it for like...
Under mine or under Wanda's?
Oh, dang it. Yes, under Wanda's. But I don't know if you remember it from... I'm sure you remember it, but...
No,
I was saying because I had a sister and I have a sister now. And I'm the old... Okay, so I'm the oldest of the three. And she would have been 40... I said 7 years. She's 7 years difference. So she would have been up in her 40s. And that was many years ago. So now it's just me and my sister, and my sister's like 30 something. So that's why the age difference. Like I'm 50 and she's in her 30s. So I did have somebody that was in the middle. Oh, we had somebody that was in the middle.
All right. Can you access private chat, Em?
I am trying to figure that. Yes, I can. I'm trying to figure that out. And then I was also trying to figure out the camera to show you. Oh God, wait. This you have to see. Let me see if I can figure out the camera for this. Oh my gosh, you're gonna.
What is Fiona doing now?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to show you, because you were talking about her head before.
Yeah.
Wait till you see her head. Oh my God. I think it's settings. Okay.
Yeah, settings.
Right, gotcha. Okay, hang on. And then it should be back camera. You see her?
Oh my God.
But she's like head on the floor.
Can I get a pillow?
Right?
Yeah. Seriously.
Like no pillows, it's completely off the bed. Oh my God, I'm falling off the bed. Hang on. Oh, wait, no, she hurt me. Sorry, guys.
Fiona.
Oh.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, you woke her up.
Hi, Fiona.
Hi, Fiona.
Hello, Fiona.
Hi, Fiona.
What a good girl.
Say hi.
What you doing?
She's
Pretty
like,
girl.
she's like, I was sleeping. Look at her face.
Yeah, you woke me up.
I
Leave me
know.
alone.
Literally, she's just like,
She's like, can I get a pillow?
Tired.
I need a pillow now.
yeah, no, I know.
I've been working too hard today.
I know. You think she was she's like listening to you. Like, what is going on over there?
Fiona. Yeah. Hi.
Just
How
where
you
are those
doing?
voices coming from?
No.
Fiona hears voices.
She's oh my God, her hearing is unbelievable. Look, see
All
there.
right,
Now,
Fiona.
don't you feel bad? No.
I'll leave you alone, Fiona.
Right.
You can go back and nap, baby girl.
Exactly. Oh my God, that's funny.
She's
So her
too
head's just
cute.
off the bed completely. I'm like, what is going on?
So funny story, because back when I worked at my last police department,
Uh-huh.
I used to carry dog treats in
Aw.
my squad car
Uh-huh.
because a lot of people would be out walking their dogs in the neighborhood that I was patrolling. That was my district and all that.
Right.
Well, what better way to go up to meet citizens,
Mm-hmm.
find out, hey, hi, I'm Officer so-and-so. How are you doing today? Are you having any problems? And finding out what's going on in the neighborhood. Well, 2 weeks ago, somebody stole this, or we got a lot of speeders in our area, you know. And I mean, I had people go, if you ever want to borrow my driveway and just park there to do reports or try to find some speeders, be our guest.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And it was hilarious, but I would go up and introduce myself when they had a dog, and I would say, hey, do you mind if I give your dog a treat?
Mm-hmm.
And they thought that was great, which I love dogs, and that's just how I am. No, I didn't carry cat treats or anything like that. I carry dog treats. And the funny thing is I could tell you, you know, if there was a problem, I say, oh, well, that's where, you know, Fiona lives. You know, she lives at that house. I knew more dogs' names than I did the owners' names.
Oh, that happens all the time. Good.
You know.
No, I'll call the owners by the dog's name. Of course, they both turn around. I'm like, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Yeah.
I don't remember the owner.
I'd walk up and go, oh, it's
so
Duke. You know, I mean, the other day when my cousins Rick and Dave and me were doing the pig wrangling and taking the pigs to market or to the butcher, we had got that taken care of. So we were walking a block to go to this Mexican restaurant, which was really good in Mulvane, Kansas.
Mulvane. I never heard of Mulvane. Okay.
Mulvane.
Okay. Was the food good?
It was really a nice place because where it was located, you can see the railroad tracks, which I'm a big rail fan. Nice. And 2 trains had come by. They had an old caboose that was there and like a little park that you could sit.
Okay.
And I'm like, maybe I need to bring my dog Faith up here when I come back to pick up my pig that I got and had it all taken care of and all that jazz. Right. And just before I come a little early so Faith and I can go at that park and sit there and maybe have a sandwich made or something and whatever, and just sit there and eat, and Faith could be in the park and just enjoy being outdoors because my dog sunbathes.
It's the start. It puts him to sleep. Though, like she does it too. Anyway.
Well, you have to forgive me. My dog is blonde.
But she's black. So. She's blonde. Oh my God.
I don't remember.
Okay, but So the restaurant was nice. That may be all fine and jazzy, but was the food good?
Yes, it was.
Oh, it was.
I mean,
Okay.
let me.
You can have a nice restaurant and the food is bad. You know what I mean? Which happens. It does happen. Okay, well, as long as the food was good.
Well, I'll put it this way: I had the fajitas for one, and there was leftovers.
Oh.
I brought them home, and one of the sides was you could have, sautéed mushrooms. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all about it, bro.
Oh, you're a mushroom guy?
Well, I got one of the sides. The two sides I chose was the Mexican fried rice and the mushrooms. I wish I'd have doubled up on the mushrooms. They were that good.
You get mushroom? Really? I've never seen it. Maybe.
Well, mushrooms on fajitas.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Really? You can put mushrooms? I don't know if I've seen anybody.
I guess he did it under.
I don't eat mushrooms anyways, but I don't think I've seen.
It's more for me then.
I know, but exactly the same. All the mushrooms are for you. So I'm so bad. Like Amy and I had a conversation while I was in chat, but she was talking on the panel. But I think she's just as bad as I am with food.
Well, he posted it on Snapchat, so I can't pull it up, but to show you the restaurant. But it was hilarious. It was great. The only complaint we had was that the table that the waitress set us down at, the table wobbled, but we took our pocket knives out.
That's bad. You gotta put something underneath the leg of the table to keep it from wobbling.
But I was trying to remember. I think Julie asked if it was Stroud's or the place that it was, and let me see if I can. No, I don't want that. I want that.
Yeah, that's bad. They give you a table that wobbles. It's like, what's wrong with you people? So who's still up?
No.
Did you mean to put that there, Chris?
Did I need a what?
Did you mean to put that there?
What?
Put stuff under the table?
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
I don't know what she's talking about.
I don't either.
In the other chat.
Oh, that is my contact number.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
If you'll respond to it with yours.
I'm trying to. That's why I was like, yes, Chris, did you mean to put stuff underneath the table so they wouldn't wobble?
Yes, we put our pocket knives under the table.
Wait, your pocket knives?
Yeah.
I hope you got them after you were done and brought them home.
No, but okay, I have a pocket knife. Oh, you know what? I was thinking like a multi-tool. That's what and it's okay. Well, in my head, I was thinking like a multi-tool pocket knife, but just one knife. Okay. So how many did you put there? Like 2?
Yeah.
Or
no, it wasn't this one.
I got a knife.
Oh, you ought to see my
That's
Bowie
basically
knife.
what we used to call a jackknife.
Oh. Okay.
You ought to see my Bowie knife.
A simple jackknife had just one or two blades, maybe a corkscrew in it.
Right.
I still have my brother's jackknives. He used to have a whole bunch of them.
But now it's the same
one
size
in one pocket, one in another pocket, and another one on his hip.
Now it's the same size.
He had a whole bunch of them.
Julie, it was called Empire Tacos.
Oh, Empire Tacos. Okay. Oh. That looks nice, Archie. Looks nice and clean.
And there's the outside of it.
Ooh, okay. Oh, it's huge.
In there, for those that are hungry.
Keep going back to the.
That looks good.
So that had mushrooms in it. Is that what you were?
Well, no, that's just showing you what they have. There's part of
it. Now that is nice inside.
Here, anybody for nachos?
Nachos!
Oh
I love nachos.
I would if you saw me with a thing of nachos, I'd be picking up the. See, that's nachos for me. For me, that picture right there, that's nachos. I don't eat nachos alone.
Anybody for dessert?
What
There's
is
your
that?
strawberries, Lori.
I might eat
Oh,
that. Mine is the
that looks
strawberries.
good.
Wait, what is that chocolate?
Did you see
syrup
what
or
Julie said? Stroud's is a meat processor.
Oh, yes. Yes. It was in Mulvane. Where did
I'm having
no. Where did I see?
Empire Tacos for the food.
Or it's actually here. I'm sorry, it wasn't Stroud's, it was Stroot's.
I keep trying to do this. Hold on, Chris. Wait. Oh, it's the menu. Okay.
No, that is
Oh.
that's the meat processor where we took the pigs.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It keeps
going back and
jumping
forth.
from one picture to another.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's jumping.
Oh, here you go, Julie.
Oh,
Hang on. Let me go back. Let's see if I can pause.
look at her outfit. Are you kidding? Look
Maybe
at her
it'll stay.
outfit.
There's baby Randy.
Oh my god.
Ah, so cute.
That outfit. That little oh my
That's my second cousin's baby Randy.
oh my god.
It looks
That
about maybe
outfit.
8 months old, 9 months old.
And there's the picture I took.
Oh.
Hi, Marianne.
Oh.
That's my second cousin Sarah, and third cousin baby Randy.
Baby. Oh. He's in that outfit. Oh my. Oh god, that
He is
outfit
cute.
is adorable.
But the meat processor that we took the pigs to was called Stroot's.
Hi, Marianne.
Oh, well, guess who hit the button? We lost him again.
Oh, she disappeared again.
Probably reaching for a bottle of wine. Yep, here. Do you think I ought to let her in this time?
Well, it's your fault because I'm trying to
Respond to the private chat?
yes. It's all your fault. It's your fault.
My fault, huh?
I'm
That sounds like a typical woman response. It's the man's fault.
it's always a mess. Oh my
You
God.
know, I would love one of the things that I look for in a woman
What's that?
because I'm dating and
What?
all that would be okay. If I ask you what you want for dinner, that means it's an open-end question.
It is a very open-ended.
I'm being
Especially with me.
respectful to you.
No, it's very open. No, it's a totally open-ended. But go ahead.
But it means that I'm being considerate. What would you like for dinner? You know, where would you like to go out for dinner tonight? Or what would you like me to cook for dinner? And then I would get the response of, well, whatever you want. Or, I don't know. You know, I'm like,
yeah, but I'm so bad with food. It's crazy. Like, I don't know who's worse, me or Amy.
but
Yeah,
yes, Sarah is a godsend.
I don't know. Amy with her bones is.
Were you there when we were having that conversation? Yeah, you were there, right, Lori? When we were having that conversation?
Oh, she's always having a conversation about bones. Oh, she won't go near anything that has a bone in it. It's like, what the hell do you eat, lady?
No bones about it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I
exactly.
tell you what, Lori, I would not trade Amy for the world.
No, I know.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
But
Because-
still,
I was like, I think she's right up there with me. I was like,
how can she possibly not eat anything with bones? That's the best thing to chew on.
You might have to do that again, Chris. I'm really sorry. I
Do what now?
apologize, like, in advance.
Ribs,
No,
corn on the cob, fried mushrooms, cake, ice cream, and a doggy bag.
Doggy bag? Wait, what?
That's what Ace said.
Oh.
Ribs, corn on the cob, fried mushrooms,
Chris,
cake, ice cream, and a
because
doggy
when
bag.
Went out, it disappeared. I don't know why, but it disappeared. So, okay, I was rude. Let me say.
Yeah, I muted her, Lori.
Hearing why she's going on and on and on. Why did she mute herself if she was going to say something?
No,
All right, go ahead. I promise.
He muted you.
I didn't even know because I went to the chat and I started going like right down the line. I'm like, hi, Marianne, hi. Anyway.
Do you have a Facebook, Julie?
Is Gary still in here?
He's on his way home.
Oh, he's on his way
He's
home.
supposed to be on his way home, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Let's see.
All right. Well, anyway, hey, Arlene, Julie, Ace, and who else is in here? That's it for right now. Yep. Alrighty. Cool.
Okay, Julie, I just sent you a friend request on Facebook.
Yeah, so Chris, can you retype the message? I'm really, really sorry.
What do you need? You need me to private chat?
Yeah, retype it. I'm sorry.
It's already in there. It's still in there.
Disappeared. No, I wish. I swear.
Oh, maybe because you left.
There you go. Yeah, well, there you go. On the nose. You're on the nose.
I got a long nose.
Right. On the nose.
I got a French hook.
Oh,
no, actually, I have the hook is from my dad.
My aunt
really got a wicked hook.
Oh. I know my aunt has the French nose. It's so funny. And her accent, her American accent. Oh my word! And it's so funny.
Okay, write down the number.
Oh, right. But she's been here.
Before you pop yourself out of here again.
Hey, Chris is making me laugh. Stop.
Julie, I sent you a Facebook request. I'm looking at your Facebook page. You are 1 year and 2 days older than me.
Oh,
because
wow.
I was born on January 25th. That's really, really wow.
Yeah, exactly, Julie. If it doesn't have a bone in it, I'm hesitant. I would much rather have bones.
The only thing I don't like about bones is that because we grew up the clan, we grew up on fried catfish and fried okra. Oh, love it. Anyway, every now and then, some of those catfish, you get a bone in there, and oh man, those things hurt because they'd poke you.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, all right, awesome. I mean,
I'm gonna nickname it Fiona.
Please. Oh my God, Fiona's texting you. I'm like, oh God, poor Fiona. Fiona. Oh my goodness. I mean, I can do chicken leg, like chicken thigh. No, I will cut it. I'll cut the meat off, and then that's it. But yeah, all the veggies that all you. Well, no, except I can do peas, green beans. Let's see, peas, green beans. Oh, yellow wax beans.
Yeah.
Well, I can eat green beans, so it's the same to me.
Like, they are. They taste the same as almost as identical to a green bean.
Exactly. And like that's it. Let's see. Wait, peas, green beans, yellow beans. I used to like corn, but my family loves corn, so I felt like they were doing it so much. So I'm kind of like,
thank you, Julie.
Like I'm off corn. Like I can't with the corn anymore. I'm done with the corn.
I can eat corn every day, except I can't chew
I'm saying with them. They can eat corn all the time. I'm like, I can't. Like the summertime and the barbecues, I'm like I have one. I'll eat one ear of corn, but
check your phone, Em.
Like, you hear it? It's loud. It's loud.
See what I listed it as.
Oh my gosh! That's what my. Oh my
I told you I was going to put Fiona in there.
Right. Send her a picture.
Now send me a picture and I'll put it in.
But she's not looking. Fiona.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not.
No. I'm saying, but she's. Oh, Fiona. Oh no, not that one. Oh, it's a good one. Except, look, I gotta take out the lotion. Floor. Don't ask.
I'm not going there.
No, it's hand lotion, but it's just I set it on the floor.
Sure it is.
Oh wait, let me get it out of the picture. Oh my god, my iPad. Hold on, because I have it on my lap.
Uh-oh. Now I'm getting all these Facebook requests.
I
Oh,
was
there you
gonna
go.
say, what are all these bloops I keep hearing? I'm thinking it's my
Oh.
computer, and it's
No, it's
Oh
me.
yeah,
gotta
I
be
was hearing
somebody
something
on
too.
you.
I was like, whose computer?
It's my laptop telling me that I've got a friend request from a well-known moderator that I speak of and brag upon
Once
all the
again.
time.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Really?
Okay, Ace.
Ace.
I accepted it.
I figured it had to be Ace.
Well, I brag about her and how great of a mod she is.
She is amazing.
All right, let's see. Ready?
She's right up there with the mod
Here we
father.
go. Let's see.
Yeah, which is right next to the mod mother.
So
Let's
I'm a terrible mod.
see.
I get too busy chatting, and then I forget to mod.
Let me see.
All right, Gary.
But I always keep an eye out.
Gary, I was busy doing other things, brother.
He is.
It's all good.
Sorry, brother.
Free.
It's all good. How you doing?
Oh, trying to operate a cell phone.
Gary, what's up, Gary?
Hey, bud.
Gary. And there's your doggy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to take a picture for a certain somebody.
The other guy over there.
That guy over there. Over there.
No, I'm here.
Yeah,
You're pointing in the wrong direction, Em.
But on my side, he's over here. Like he's
No,
he's
No, he's right
he's
up
over
there.
there.
no. If I go this way, nobody is. So if I go that way, because to me, he's on the top left. Where is he?
He's on the top left.
For me, top
I'm
left.
pointing to the top left.
Well, that person. Well, Chris.
What? Hang on, I'm trying to. I don't have a secretary, so I'm trying to get this done.
Chris needs a secretary. Gary, come on, aren't you his secretary?
I would never qualify for a secretary. My typing's probably good enough, but my memory ain't.
No,
My
Keep
typing
saying.
sucks.
Oh,
I
yeah,
could
my
never
typing
be a
sucks, too.
secretary.
No, my typing's horrible.
My typing
I would
is
get fired the first
Yeah, I
day.
see your typing is. I've seen you. Your typing's really good.
sometimes I get a little too fast, and then it ends up being, sometimes I'll hit, because I'm typing with both my fingers, sometimes I'll hit one button before I should have hit the other.
Are you wanting for?
That's my issue. I type so fast. Yeah,
All right,
I
hold
get
the
it.
fort. You know who wants to go OUT again?
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
There you go.
it's the Poochie.
Oh gosh. How was work? How are the chickens at work?
Oh, they're doing well. They're
Mhm.
last time at night I typically only see two of them,
Mhm.
and they're usually roosted on the garbage can just outside the outgoing gate door.
No, they're just hanging out on top.
That's
or-
really weird.
Yeah, they roost on top of the. It's a pretty good sized garbage can, and it's got a lid thing over the top of it, and it kind of drops down below that. They're usually in between the hole and the top thing, and then Roscoe has a tendency to sit on the edge.
Of course,
Look,
you're not
I
making
don't.
bigger.
Yeah,
The
I
dog
don't know.
isn't there.
Oh, the
Oh,
Poochie! Oh, she's so cute.
And let me minimize that. There we go.
Oh my god!
Look at her.
She's happy to have Daddy home.
Exactly.
Yes, he is.
Ah.
Oh man, look at them.
Daddy.
All right, come on, AJ. You can come
Oh
up
my
here.
gosh!
She's a sweetie.
Wait a minute, she's huge, Gary.
Do I know?
She's huge. Well, she's big. She's a big puppy.
She's adorable.
But
I
she's
agree.
big too. Yeah, but I'm saying, but she's.
Well, this ain't near as big as my other one. Hang on, I'll get
Let
AJ.
me see. Yeah, show. Let me see, because
Come here.
You know what it is? I'm on my phone. Like when I was with. Wow. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, look at that. I'm getting spoiled now. I'm
I
getting
know.
love.
Dad, you need your ears cleaned.
Hang
Let
on,
me,
we got-
let
I
me
know.
clean
gotta
your
clean your
ears.
There should be one more.
There we go.
Oh,
Rosemary,
yeah,
want to make
he's
an entrance?
much bigger. Yeah, no, she's much bigger than the other one.
Well, this is Rosemary. The first one was Nikki. The second one was AJ, and this one is Rosemary.
Oh, wait. So you have 2 of them or 3?
3.
We got
3. 3. Okay.
See, the other Nikki is about the same size, but she's got a more like a one strip down the middle. This one has one eye that's actually white. I mean,
Wait, like
well,
one eye that's was it? One eye
white
that's
around.
what?
If you look at right over here,
Right.
you know, she's got white ears
The
on the
more
back. You know, Nikki has like almost like a wing on the side on the back of it.
Okay.
Nikki.
Oh,
Come on, Nikki. Come on, baby girl. Come on. All right, never mind. Hand me the same side.
yeah. No, I can tell my
Hello,
iPad and my
Serena.
phone. They look so small, but now that I'm on my iPad. Oh, sorry,
Hello,
Lori. Go ahead.
Serena.
Yes, and AJ said, girl, come on.
Lori, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Nothing. I was just saying hi to Serena.
Oh, okay.
And hi, Drop.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't have any cousins.
Oh no.
No, but you got a godfather.
How do I? Oh,
Hi.
Because Lori is the mod mother. And so
Come
she
on.
got to have a godfather.
Come on. Come on, Nikki, up. There we go.
oh.
See, this one is Nikki, and she, if you look on her, the back of her
Ears.
ears,
Right.
it's
Her
like
ears are
a line on
brown.
either side.
Yeah. Okay.
And this one, Rosemary, has white on the back of her ears, and
Oh yeah,
She has a
Rosemary-
lot
okay, so
more
she has
white
more
on her.
white. Yeah, to say she's more white.
yeah, she has more
Okay.
white on her. This one is also. This one also shares my birthday. So
Oh.
she's so we were dead set on the one that we weren't counting on, I guess, and we ended up getting was AJ. Nikki was given to me. I actually given to me. I got pick of the litter because my Ed Devil Dog knew how much I was torn up about losing Lulabelle, and Lulabelle was a very, very special dog to me. Anyhow, so he gave me pick of the litter, and we picked out Nikki. We were very happy with it. But Otis was getting older, and we knew that he wouldn't be with us much longer. So his litter, we decided we were going to buy another one. And it looked like one of them might be born on my birthday. So told him if there was a female born on my birthday, we wanted her, and that was this one.
Oh.
So we bought another one from Eddie, and we went down there to visit. We do go down there from time to time to go see Eddie and Jamie. In fact, I put up quite a few shorts on my Cute Critters channel, and the puppies.
Yeah, I subbed to that. I subbed to you and the other one. That's all your channels there. So.
But we went through and picked out another one. Went ahead and bought a second one. So the first one and the last one, are the first girl and the last girl. So we ended up. Now we got 3.
Oh, look at that. That is just
I know.
pure-
Look at that.
that's
I'm
just
like,
pure
I'm sitting there
love.
I'm
Like,
listening to
look at
you, but like I'm
you.
staring at the dogs. Oh my god.
They were all happy to see Dad home.
I know.
They are.
They're like
I have to-
finally.
I don't know if you've ever watched the dog whisper. He said, "No look, no talk, no touch." So when I come home, I have to give them a few minutes because they're all hyped up and riled up.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
talk to them for a couple of minutes, and then they calm down. And so it's nice to have such loving dogs.
But it's hard to like ignore them though.
It is.
It's yeah.
You mean when you first come home or something?
Yeah.
They're wound up.
Yeah,
That's
they
how
get
she is.
wound up.
Fiona's like that.
And so they get really wound up when I first get home. And so I have to ignore them for about 10 minutes.
Ugh, it's so hard.
And, but they've gotten to where they're getting quicker and quicker to relax.
Oh, wasn't
Well,
Faith
that's
like
good.
that, Chris? At first,
Well, Faith will, if I go somewhere in her younger years, yes, she would be jumping up and down and coming and all that, and I'd have to pet her, and she'd finally calm down. But as she's gotten older, I usually wake her up, and now when I come home, so,
right?
Yeah, the no trespassing. Dog will, dog in house or something like that. I've got to change the sign to no trespassing. Sleeping dog.
Don't wake the dog.
Yeah.
When y'all want to get down? There we go. Good check that.
There we go.
I mean, that's like people have got. I've seen it. Where you can get a doormat that says, "Don't ring the doorbell." You'll get the dogs will bark and everything and get excited and all that, and it's not good for anybody. Just knock on the door.
Well, we've got 1 rabbit, we've got 2 pigs, we've got 3 goats, we have 3 dogs, 2 cats, thousands of compost worms, and quite a few mealworms, I guess, too. What else? Goats, chickens. We probably have about 20 chickens.
Thank you.
What is M doing with Fiona?
Thank you.
I have no idea.
Ugh. Now I got a picture.
Oh, I think I missed a chat or something.
No.
No, I'm talking about on my Facebook.
There you go, sir.
Let's see, doing for them something about the bird flu.
Who?
Yes, Devil Dog is a good dude. Thank you much. I appreciate that drop.
Oh, he's in here. Hey, Devil Dog, what's up?
No, I was reading where drop said Devil Dog is
No,
a good
somebody
dude.
was talking about him.
I
And
was like, he
I'm
snuck
reading
in.
as well. I appreciate it. With some interesting stories about experience. By the way, my wife is actually what you call a master gardener. She would tell you, I mean, she's been doing that for 10, 12 years, something like that. I am technically, I've taken the classes for it, but I have never been able to donate enough hours to achieve the title, I guess. So I guess I'm considered an apprentice. But I know a little bit about gardening. Tammy says, I never planted anything before 2020. And we all know what happened in 2020. So,
Unfortunately.
I know, sadly.
well, I got concerned about my brother, and my buddy has 2 of those Great Pyrenees. I've only gardened for 5 years, but I could, I know quite a bit in that period of time. In fact, my wife got a little upset with me because she's been master gardener for, like I said, 10, 12 years, but she's been growing something. She's been planting and gardening for, longer. We've been married for 36 years. So, but anyhow, she gets upset with me because sometimes she'll say, well, this, and this. And I'll say, well, this and this, yes, but this, no, and maybe this, when it comes to gardening. And then she'll look it up and she'll realize I'm right, even though I'm scatterbrained as they come. For some reason, some of that stuff sticks with me. I was the first person in the state of Mississippi to take the Master Gardener class online. Complete. But like I said, never had the hours to do the thing. And we're not really talking about gardening, so I'm going to shut up.
Well, I was going to say, I saw your property. No, it's good. No, it's all cool. No, I saw your property. I mean, you're taking
the only way we're going to learn is from others.
Exactly.
Well, I was just going to say, if I can help with anything, I'm more than happy to do so. By the way, my wife will be teaching a couple classes. I guess I could help her on when we go to the Operation Rendezvous down in Huffman, Texas. I don't know if anybody else is coming to it, but
if you've got a link that you want to put in the chat, go for it.
Might as well.
I could. It wouldn't hurt. Yeah, it's gonna be.
I'm sure the more business, the better.
It's gonna be a few.
Now, how much are these gardening classes?
Well, all she's going to teach at that time is she's going to teach how to make a worm bin, and she's also going to teach how to make vermicompost tea, which is fairly simple to do. It's not hard to do that.
No, you mentioned that in your video.
Yeah, in fact, I've got a video of her making a worm bed, and I've got a video of her making worm compost tea. So,
no, I saw that.
It can be, those can be viewed just online. Of course, you ain't got to get it just from us. There's plenty of people with that information. But I may teach something on editing while we're there. I use OpenShot is the video edit.
I mean, you have a lot of fruit trees and bushes and all.
Oh yeah, we got
a lot.
Do I say that again?
A lot. No, I'm saying you have a lot of bushes and fruit trees. I say vegetables, not vegetables, but fruit trees.
Well, in 2020, I guess
good.
We planted a few, then planted some in 2021. And they have made quite a bit of, I guess the most successful has been like one of the plum trees just seems to, a whole lot bigger than the others. And I was over there pruning them the other day. And we went and got some bags of black cow manure compost, put around the trees. And I also went through and I have put a couple of blueberry bushes out there. Over there near where my grandfather put some over 40 years ago.
Nice.
And his are still around. Only 2 of mine are still there, 2 out of 4. So I blame that on not doing enough to acidify the soil. The soil has to be between 4.5 and 5.5 pH level for blueberry bushes to thrive. So.
And you have raspberry too.
We have had some raspberry. I don't have any currently. We've got some grape vines up. We've got some muscadine vines up. We've got blueberry bushes. We've got apple trees, cherry trees, plum trees. We've got peach trees, and the one that looks like a peach but doesn't have the fuzz to it.
Nectarine?
Apricot?
Nectarine, yeah.
What, nectarine? Oh, I was going to say mango.
Yeah. And let's see, what else have we got? I think 5 apple trees.
Now, what is the muscad? It's like muscad. How you say it?
Muscadine.
Muscadine.
That is what?
It's the southern equivalent of a grape, basically.
Southern of a what? Grape? What?
It's the southern equivalent of a grape.
Oh, it's southern equivalent of a grape. Okay.
Yeah.
So are they bigger or the same size?
Yeah, they're bigger.
They're bigger.
They're bigger.
Tell you what. I don't know if Chris is available to add this to the screen.
I saw your video and that's what I'm saying. I was writing to you, I was responding. I was like, what is
those are muscadines?
Yeah, muscadine. I was like, how do you spell it? Okay, muscadine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, they're bigger than grapes.
They are bigger than grapes.
Oh wow. So do they taste like?
They're very sweet. Similar to grapes, but they're a little different. Grapes typically, it's almost like they have a harder.
Skin.
Well, this skin is probably pretty close, maybe a little tougher skin, and the insides is a little bit. It's not quite the same. It's a little. The grapes probably a little softer inside.
So
So,
are they all seed? Do they have seeds in them or
Well,
no?
they have seedless varieties and vine. Oh, also have a couple of pawpaw trees,
Mm-hmm.
and we do not have. I planted some fig trees and I planted some pecan trees, but apparently they got run over when my brother was lawn mowing.
All right.
So he tends to imbibe a little bit when he's, mowing the lawn. So
Those things don't grow up here though, up in the north.
Yeah, I've never. That's why I've never
Yeah.
seen these.
Because we're Emily is in New York and
Yeah.
I'm in Massachusetts,
Juicy.
and I don't.
Well, the northeast of.
I don't think they have. I
Yeah,
don't think
they're-
muscadines
Yeah, I've never seen
or
muscadines.
they're from the they are
pawpaw and all those things. I don't think
Well,
any of those things grow up here.
pawpaw trees
Yeah.
that grow all the way up to Canada, all the way down from Mexico, all the way up to Canada on the eastern seaboard.
Oh,
they are-
really?
Yes, they are native. They're tropical related. Their technical term is Asamina triloba. They will grow in the shade, and they are North America's largest native fruit. So, but a pawpaw it's I've heard it. I've never tasted one, but I hear the consistency is kind of like a banana, and it's a mix. They say the
Really?
taste often between a banana and a mango. So they have pawpaw festivals up in like Indiana, and pawpaw trees are very interesting.
Now, is
I'm
that
not
PAW or PAH?
Yeah, PAW, pawpaw.
PAW. Oh, okay. Huh. Let me.
I just want to know: are we going to put the lime in the coconut? Or are we going to get on the banana
Lime
boat?
in the coconut.
We don't have
Lime.
any.
You got the
Or do
lime
we
in
have
the coconut.
bananas?
Although I do have a friend of mine who has a channel as well that is that has a banana tree. He offered to give me, some of the little ones down. I'm forgetting. Having a brain fart, forgetting but little bits will pop out of the ground around it, and he offered to give me one. It can grow up into another tree.
Here, let me trade.
I just did a search for pawpaw.
Oh.
And it brought up common pawpaw at westonnurseries.com. Weston Nurseries I worked at when I was like 15.
Cool. Hang on just a second. I got to get my water.
All right. Hey, Em.
Well, they have a common pawpaw plant.
Em.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Hang on.
Oh.
Well,
look what it showed up.
Oh no.
On my phone when I went to your name.
How did that show up?
I guess because I don't know.
I don't.
By the way, Chris, I
was
put my
dressed
phone
up,
number
mind you, in that picture. I
in
was
private chat.
To me, it's stressed
Yeah, I
out.
text you back with mine.
Oh my god. So okay. So this is what came up.
Hang on.
They're all backwards for y'all.
Yeah, kind of looks like a green potato.
It does. Oh, there we go. Yeah. See. Wait,
But they have kind of a mushy interior.
It does. That's so
And for the seeds to be, if
Wow,
you wanted
alright.
to plant one of the seeds, you'd have to make sure it did not get dry out. If it dries out, it will not be usable.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I just
Like I
want to
said,
know who's got money tree seeds. I need some.
I got. Yeah,
I
me
think,
too.
I think you just plant dollar bills.
Oh,
You play
and hope they grow
dollar
into 20.
Good idea.
That is.
All right.
Yeah,
So
just-
you know what
Get
I'm going
right
to do
on
whenever
it.
I start gardening later on and I
I
start
gotta
walking
tell
the
you,
dirt, I'm going to do a video.
As soon as
Chris,
our
I do
ground
have to
thaws,
tell you,
mind
the
you.
germination rate on those ain't real good.
Yeah. But I'm going to make a video, do a video short of that and going, look, I've got money tree seeds. I'm going to plant one.
There we go.
And that'll
Oh.
go good right along with the
Huh.
Uranus.
Well, it's
Live
an
that I
interesting
want to do.
tree. I'll tell you that. Oh, they get huge.
They're pretty trees. The flowers on them are really weird. I mean, they're
mean-
like a brown color. And guess what? A pawpaw tree is not pollinated by bees. It's pollinated by flies.
Oh,
Flies?
flies.
Flies. It has a smell. The flowers typically, from what I understand, smell like death. Like
Yeah,
Ew.
yeah, I know. I'm like,
well, people increase pollination by getting roadkill and throwing it out there by the tree. So
Wow.
but
It's-
yeah, they get huge. I had
found
no
around-
idea. They're
they're
huge.
they're usually found around a stream, but
Oh,
they're all up the eastern coast, all the way up towards Canada. I think into Canada, all the way down to Mexico on the eastern seaboard. And they've only recently been started getting specific variations. The Up until recently, they really did not have a like, you know, you go to and buy you a tomato. There's so many different types of tomatoes. My favorite tend to be black crim and Cherokee purple. The taste is just really good with those. But also love Aunt Ruby's German green tomato.
German green tomatoes.
Yes, their Aunt Ruby's German green tomatoes are actually, when they're ripe, they're green. It does change a little bit in color, but hardly any. The only way you can tell they're ripe is to feel them. And when they start to feel like they're giving a little bit, then you know they're
Hang on. It went to
well,
the thing.
they do have trees they call money trees.
Yeah, I just found that out thanks
that's
to
so
him.
funny.
I mean, the Ace.
I'm like,
That's hilarious.
that is hilarious. No, that is hilarious. So on these pawpaw trees, there's a flower.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a money tree.
This oh my goodness.
A real money tree.
Like a real.
And then there's silver dollar seeds,
Oh, that is cool.
which
That's
I never
pretty cool
knew.
looking.
Thanks to Ace, I looked it up, and it was like, wow, I didn't know there was really
Ah,
a
so
money tree.
Chris, if you'll add that, they can see what I'm talking about, Asamina triloba flower.
yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry. I
That's
see it
okay.
now.
This is as I mentioned, they're kind of a brown looking to me, although some may say it's purple. And you'll see triloba, 3 lobes.
Mhm.
Gotta make it bigger.
oh wait, so go ahead.
And, but that's what the flowers look like.
Oh,
It's really an unusual look.
because the trees are showing me for some reason the leaves are yellow. Is that because they're
I've never seen a yellow leaf.
like they're this one I'm looking at
Although
is
I-
yellow and green. I'm like, what's
I do
going
see-
on?
I do see something called a slim leaf pawpaw, and that, like I said, it's only recently they've been started developing actual variations.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, there's over 50,000
Oh,
different
wow.
types of peppers, and there are over 10,000 types of tomatoes. But you know, they've only had one term for pawpaw because of the fact that until recently.
So that's what's inside it.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. It gets a lot of seeds. I mean, it's a lot of fruit and seeds, actually.
Well, they're not. You won't catch them in a grocery store typically because of the fact that they are not really. Their longevity is just not there. You know, and it's not like you can leave them on a shelf in a grocery store for weeks on end.
Mm-hmm.
And
I thought you were still showing a picture.
No, sorry. It's okay.
There
Done.
we go.
Sorry.
but we do have 2, and I'm thinking about getting a 3rd. But I prepped some soil for add a couple more blueberry plants. I may do that this next weekend.
Okay.
Well, see, the problem I have, Gary, I don't know if you know, but imagine I'm at the south end of the city street block. Behind me is the north and end of the block, and right on the other side of the street of that is the big city park. Well, the problem is that when it comes a gully wash, it'll flood, 6 inches in my backyard.
Okay.
So that's the reason why Lauren and Joe from Making It Home YouTube channel is going to give me some boxes that are 3 foot wide by 3 foot wide, 3 foot tall.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn them into raised garden beds because the whole thing is that when I bought this house, my house sits on 2 lots, and then there's a little shed in the back that's on concrete for your riding lawnmowers, your garden stuff. Well, they built it because they owned all these properties. They built it half and half. They built it half on the second lot and then half on the third lot. So when I bought this, part of the deal is that I got that empty third lot. And I'm like, that's great. That means I can make a huge garden like great granddad had.
Yeah.
Well, come to find out, in one of my Facebook videos when I first moved in here in July of last year, it was like, holy Toledo, the backyard's flooded. Hence the reason why I live in Tornado Alley. Hence the reason why I had to figure some way of diverting the water so I can get and buy a storm cellar to put in the backyard, and before I can get a garden.
Are you in? You're in Oklahoma, or if
I'm right on the Oklahoma-Kansas border.
Okay. Couple of recommendations. Not that I'm sure a lot of these other people tell you the same stuff. If you're getting, I built one really. It was more like a 2 foot tall, raised bed to put some asparagus in. By the way, we do have asparagus out there regularly as well. But it usually takes a year or 2 before you want to start harvesting asparagus.
Well, it's like gardening. My thing I've learned is that you got to get at least a year your dirt worked and get it all ready to go, usually, or a season.
Well, all right. Since 2020, I've grown in raised beds. I've grown in containers. I've done no-till. I've done, in-ground standard traditional gardening. The most beautiful tomatoes we ever had was tomatoes that were done on a no-till. I just took some gin trash. I put some cardboard down first.
Yep.
And then I put on top of the cardboard, I put gin trash. And then on top of in the gin trash is where I put the tomato plants. And those tomato plants had some of the most beautiful tomatoes I've ever seen. Could have sold in any store, but that was, and I did it all that year in 2020. So, I haven't done that since because it was the location. If we don't start getting rains soon, no one has to worry about too much rain. Now that brings me to my next point. Have you ever heard of hugelkultur?
Say again, one more time.
Hugelkultur?
Is that the ones where they look like they're metal bins?
No. Although you can use the same concept. Hugelkultur is basically where they do is designed. No, I was not, unfortunately. I was around here.
Oh wow.
Well,
Where's Julie that the drought is so bad?
I don't know, but Julie, if you are in a drought area, what you should look into hugelkultur. If you're in a dry area, because hugelkultur is made primarily to help in arid areas when they don't get rain that often. It takes advantages of swells, and at the base of the swell, what you're doing is basically putting, like trees, stumps, or trees, or logs, or twigs, and all this other stuff. That as it ages, they tend to develop pits or whatever in the wood, and it'll soak up the water and keeps it better watered for longer periods of time. It's something I would recommend. Here we're in the top five we're in the top 5 states here in Mississippi of rainfall every year. And so it's never been that big a deal here, but I would still recommend putting, filling up the bottom of one of those containers with, sticks and logs and, just biodegradable material. It does a couple of things in that it helps take up some of the space, and you don't have to use as much, good soil, and it will actually help enrich the soil as it biodegrades.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, I don't know. That's just that's what I did with the 2 foot. The bottom foot, I just put I put pine straw and leaves and sticks and pine cones and everything else. Basically, a lot of stuff just to get it in to help raise it, and that would be biodegradable and make it more nutrition for the plants. See what people in chat raise chickens. Our chickens ain't around other chickens. We don't really worry about. Oh, Miss Rebecca. Hey, Miss Rebecca, I didn't even see you.
Good night, Rebecca.
Sorry, good night, Rebecca. Sorry, my dog was like dreaming. So
good night, Rebecca.
Good night, Rebecca. Thank you for coming.
Love.
Good night, Rebecca.
Good to see you. I've never done that, I don't reckon. But still, it's not a bad idea.
Thank you, Ace.
Well,
You okay?
You're
okay, Fiona? You all right?
But yeah, if you're you get the same effect if you get too much water, as far as that is concerned, by using a raised bed and keep them from going, having too much, getting too waterlogged, because it's not like most of the roots are going to go that deep anyhow.
I've heard Tony has a few videos that he's put out talking about hugelkultur.
Well, hugelkultur is kind of a permaculture thing, and there's a lot of people, that really, that's their thing. Permaculture, and it's sustainable, and it's one of the things that, I like it. In fact, my focus to begin with was permaculture. I found it a very interesting, and it typically deals more with perennials than with annuals and what have you. And so there's a lot of things out there that have perennial versions of themselves. For example, basil. I think there's a African basil. It's blue. But although my wife loves herbs, and so that's what she gets into, and she's got a ton of herbs on the back porch, and she'll usually have anywhere from 6, 7 to a dozen different types of mint.
You said African basil?
Yeah, I think it's African basil.
No, I'm gonna look it up. I've never heard of African basil.
Serena,
African blue basil?
Yet. I'm thinking about
it's
getting 5-gallon buckets, Serena, and
Ooh.
using them to grow tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, right now.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
that's
not sure what I'm growing this year, if anything.
and it's been a while since I've really looked into it, but there's a lot of, in fact, there's Peru. If you ever get a wild hair, try growing some Peruvian ground apples.
Mm-hmm.
Those are kind of interesting.
I just want to grow some tomatoes, bell peppers, and oh gosh, cucumbers.
Yeah,
And,
me too.
I just because right
Squash.
now I'm like I said, I've only lived back here as an adult for not July will be a year, so I'm watching to see how the weather is and all that. I've got tons. I've got pecan trees. I've got acorn trees. I've got squirrels at the was in on my property, but anyway, I just know that when I lived there in North Texas, and I had the 5-gallon bucket and raised beds for gardening, I found out birds would come and get my cherry tomatoes and all that. So I'm going to get one of those nets or something like that to protect over the garden or the 5-gallon buckets that I do for this year.
Well, there's something else that you might try that will help cut down on that. Make sure that you have a thing of water out there, maybe even a bird bath out there, because the reason why they're getting the tomatoes is for the moisture. They're trying to get, I guess it's their way of getting water. So you could even put a pan out there with water. And if you have an issue with deer, when I was working out in the garden every day, I would just take my shirt off, throw it over something, and then take yesterday's shirt and put it on until I drove home. Because deer hate the smell of humans. They will not come around if it's fresh. Now, if you just leave the same one out there all the time, they'll get kind of accustomed to that, and it won't freak them out. And they'll go in and destroy
Well, if a
you.
deer shows up on my property, it's like,
No, they come out. They're over here. They're everywhere. They were in our backyard one day. 2 of them. I mean, they're huge.
Freezer can. That's the solution there.
I don't know how they got. It's crazy. I don't know how they got in our backyard. I mean, I do have woods way over there, but they were like in our backyard. The backyard when I show you guys in the winter where the snow is, that's where they were. And we're surrounded by houses.
Jerry went out the other morning to go shopping, and he went around the corner to go down to the supermarket down the road, and he said he saw about a dozen deer. First, he saw just 2 of them that were crossing the road, and he slowed down to make sure that there weren't any more that were going to go across.
Right,
and as he did, he looked up on where the orchard is, because there's an orchard, an old orchard that's not active anymore. They just keep a few trees for themselves up there. And the deer love to go up in the orchard because they'll sit there. They'll go and feed on the apples that are still on the ground. And he said there must have been a dozen of them that were up on the hill heading up towards the ocean.
I like looking at deer and all that, especially, but when it's nice and cold and all that, and then in season, it's like I'm looking for deer jerky and back straps.
Yeah.
Well, they're not in the winter.
I don't kill animals for the fun of it. I only do it
like
1 for protection and 2 for filling up my freezer.
For the venison.
Yeah. Well, it ain't season there right now, and there's so many houses around now that there's no place far enough away from
you guys and see
civilization.
And see, I'm right there.
If they're crossing across the road, there's houses everywhere.
And see, I'm right there with Serena. The the lot that's next to my third empty lot is rent houses, and there is a ton of feral cats and stray cats and all this. And that's the other problem I would have is it's like she's saying that they would use it as a litter box.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can always put some live traps out and then take them down to the local, animal shelter.
I mean, my dog loves it. She goes out in the backyard. She sees one of them. She barks. The cats just kind of look over at her and go, "Ha, what are you going to do? You're in a fenced yard."
That's funny.
Well, that's awesome, Drops. Yeah, I think community gardens are a good thing. Although I guess we kind of had one the first in 2020. Everybody got out there and we, all worked the garden together.
Yeah, and then it drops off.
Well, yeah, the next year was really just me and my brother. In fact, we were trying to do about 5,600 square feet. And it's a pretty good sized garden. And
yeah,
we did not have, I didn't have enough help, so I was late getting a lot of it in. And there were just issues. Tomatoes did well, the okra did well. We had more problems the second year on the squash than we did the first year. But anyhow, I mean, you learn as you go, and every year something tends to do well.
And it's like the zones. Like I think I'm in 7A if I remember right. I believe, and or either that or 7B, one of the two. I'll have to look it up, but it's one of those that what grows up with at your place or at Lori's or at M's might not grow good down here where I'm at, because like I said, I'm on the Oklahoma Kansas border. So
Sure.
And
right. And that's why they recommend harvesting seeds from the plants that do well in your area. But I mean, the fact is, you have to take geography into account. The fact is that some watermelons, there's no way on God's green earth you'd ever get them to get ripe up north. But down south we have over 200 growing days. But then again, some plants require so many. For example, cherry trees require.
Wow.
Let's see.
Nice, Serena.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
I want to get potatoes too.
That is awesome.
But cherry trees require so many. I'm having a brain fart again, but they require so many hours below 40 degrees in order to produce flowers and fruit that year. So, or the following year.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, so there are different, but there are. I have found some. I found some GMO type cherry trees that will work with less than 400 hours of chill temperatures. And so I've got 3 of them over at Mom and Daddy's right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they have, they don't like wet legs. So I put them on about a 8-inch raised thing, and I may have raised them up a little too high. So they're still alive, but I need to make sure they get watered a little bit more regularly this year.
Right.
Well, that's like. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gary.
No, I was just saying you learn as you go. I mean, I make mistakes. I think everybody does. That's how you learn.
Yeah. Well, see, that's like my ex-girlfriend.
The blackbird.
Oh, I'm sorry. There you go.
Do you know, Serena, do you know what variety you're growing?
Huh. That's cool. See, all that stuff, y'all, like we have to buy it.
Well,
I'm just saying, since we're up north, we're not down where you guys live, or not even close to where Chris is.
Well, they have different things that grow in different areas. Find something you like in your area.
Yeah.
Tomatoes can grow, you can grow tomatoes pretty much everywhere in the US.
I think raspberries. I think we can do raspberries, but that's like a certain type of year.
Raspberries tend to do a lot better up north than they do in the south.
Yeah, we have to do it certain times of year. Like basil and oregano, that stuff we can grow in, little pots.
Well, when I lived in North Texas, what I was going to say was my girlfriend loved mint. And so we got her the chocolate smelling mint. We got her spearmint. We got her all the mints there were. Oh my gosh, those things, just one plant would grow so fast and just take over. It was crazy.
They do tend to be invasive. That's why they almost always recommend when you're growing mint to grow it in a container and make sure it doesn't have access to the ground. It has to be up off the ground.
And
but we've got mint in our yard, and it does make it kind of interesting when you're cutting the grass.
Yeah.
So like a little
I bet it smells good.
Oh my god, it does smell good. Oh, so you have to make like a greenhouse for the mint, right?
Did that one?
Like you know what I mean? Like make a small greenhouse for it.
Well, they
cover it.
Well, I'm just kind of curious. Make sure you plant it where they get plenty of sun.
Sun. Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming I'm talking about the thornless blackberry bushes. I have not been very successful with doing raspberries in the South. Some things I've planted have done really well, and some things have not. So, you learn as much more from your mistakes than you do your successes.
Well, the thing with me is that I was using 5-gallon buckets to do with tomatoes, and I had tomato cages, and then I had the cucumbers in my little 2-foot by 4-foot raised bed that was 4 foot tall off the ground, and it was like, because they're so viney and everything, they just take up a lot of space.
Well, here's the thing about that, Chris. In tomatoes, that's a really specific thing, because they have determinate and they have indeterminate. If you are growing indeterminate or determinate, you do not want to trim them. But if you are growing an indeterminate, feel free to trim the bottom part and to run them upward vertically. I did something I call the Great Expectations trellis, which is 10 foot tall, with the expectation, and you can single vine or double vine those, and you'll still get some really good results. You just have to make sure, but the reason why you want to trim the stuff off the bottom is so that it doesn't get that splash of the stuff off the ground, which tends to create disease on your plants. So if you get an indeterminate, you can put something all the way up 10 feet in the tall in the air, run a string down from it, and just wrap that around as the vine grows. You can continue to wrap it around that string. Just have something holding it into the base, and that will help. Well, come on.
Wait, now, why are they called? Was it indeterminate?
And determinate. Okay.
Tomatoes. Why are they have that? Why is they?
Are you taking notes, Tim?
Well, a determinate just means that it's going to create all its tomatoes in about a 2-week time frame.
Oh.
Good night, Julie.
And
I sent you a Facebook messenger, just so you know, when you get time.
Indeterminate will continue to produce tomatoes for as long as it's alive. and it will only die when it hits 32 degrees or it succumbs to some type of a disease.
So it's red tomatoes. I mean, they're still growing red tomatoes.
Well, there's a lot of colors of tomatoes.
Okay.
You've got black tomatoes, purple tomatoes. Well, I don't know about black so much. I've got black creme is my favorite, and it's really more of a purple tomato with green shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
But you've also got green tomatoes, white
Green
tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
You've got yellow tomatoes. There's one. Let me see if I can remember the name of it.
I know we have red tomatoes up here, green tomatoes.
The
I don't know.
atomic
I don't know
green-
if I've seen.
What is that? Atomic.
Did you see Ace's comment,
Pick
Gary?
off the small leaves before
Let's see.
planting. Oh.
Pick off the small leaves before planting. Tomatoes. Yeah, I mean that's right. I mean I like to go through and let it get bigger and clip off the tomatoes and plant it deep. Either that or use a trench with it. If you go through and you plant it deep, because all along that vine will grow. I'm having another brain fart. It's just too late. Well, it'll grow roots all along that vine. And so if you plant it deep, that's more that it can develop roots, and that's more nutrition, more it can sustain itself better. And yes, typically if you're using an indeterminate tomato, ultimately once it gets up a little bit, I would trim all the leaves off the bottom 1.5 feet, maybe 2 foot.
Yeah.
And Serena answered what type of bushes she has, Gary.
Okay. Navajo and Arapaho. Okay, I've had those before. I like those. Roma is a determinate. It produces one crop and done. That's right. That's what a determinate tomato. Are all Romas though? I didn't think all Romas were.
I thought there were different brands, different species, or
Well, he's talking about Drops is talking about that Roma tomatoes are determined, but like you were saying, Gary, there may be others.
Well, according to Google, Roma tomatoes come in both indeterminate and determinate varieties.
Oh, indeterminate. Okay.
So
Right.
let me ask you this, Gary. How do you know? Let's say I go down to Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, and you know how I can't think of the company, but they already got the plants that are
Yeah.
okay. How do you know that particular tomato is an indeterminate or determined?
Well, first of all, it's it's 90%, I would think, chance, 95%, maybe higher than that. It will have the variety on there.
Okay.
Some may just list the type of tomato, whether it's a cherry tomato or a, but if it has the variety on there, all it takes it will probably say that on the tag, but if it doesn't,
probably does on the back.
Yeah, you can also just Google and ask whether this type of tomato or this variety is determinate or indeterminate. And if it is an indeterminate, there's nothing wrong with either one of them. But if it is a determinate, you do not want to prune that. But if it is an indeterminate, I recommend pruning it.
Are you taking notes, Em?
You know what? Well, it says indeterminate tomatoes, vining tomatoes, and this is what came up. So, don't know if y'all can see that.
Well, the reason why I'm asking is because if you're taking notes and I'm trying to remember all this.
Well, Chris, all you ever have to do is ask, and I'll take
indeterminate tomatoes, though.
Well, I've got your phone number now, so I can definitely contact you.
And I saw something. Hold on. Actually, hold on. So it said determinate and indeterminate tomatoes. What and why? Yeah, look here.
Well,
the whole thing on them.
Yeah, one reason why you would want to grow determinate tomatoes is if you were planning on putting up a bunch of, for example, tomato paste or tomato sauce or something like that, you were going to do a lot of canning,
right,
and you would like to take care of that all at one time. That's usually a good reason to do that. My wife loves the cherry tomatoes. I don't care much for cherry tomatoes, but I like the bigger ones. Like I said, my favorite three are Black Krim, Aunt Ruby's German Green, and Cherokee Purple. Those are really good sandwich tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah. And Roma tomatoes typically are really good for sauce tomatoes.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're making a sauce, they're very meaty and not as much juice.
I just love cherry tomatoes because A, I put them in my salad, and B, I just love eating them just as they are and throw some salt on there, and oh man, I can go to town. But then I can do that with any tomato.
Well,
Even my mom and my sister, they love cherry tomatoes.
There's another benefit to cherry tomatoes as well. It's something to snack on while you're working out in the garden.
Yeah, that's the brand name, Bonnie.
Sure.
Bonnie's has some good plants. Also, now a lot of times you'll go someplace like I just put a video up on my Homestead channel of Rivers grand opening.
You have a Homestead channel?
Yeah,
I got YouTube Police.
Yes.
I've got Belt Loop 29. And what's a Homestead one?
And it's got a critter channel and a critter channel.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and
hang on. I tell you what, I'll run through all three.
Wait.
I mean, all four, all five.
I was like, oh my God. By the way, your license plates, Gary, I was rolling.
Yes, Gary, I've got you as a mod
I was dying.
or under Belt Loop 29. So, okay, you can share your channel.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, I can't share it on one or two because that one was not subscribed to it. This one is subscribed to it, so I can say stuff in it.
Well, the ones that you want to have,
Okay. Well, I'm doing it. I went ahead and subscribe with the one,
Okay.
This is my Homestead channel. And here's
you have the cute critters, Belt Loop 29 cute critters, gardening, Belt Loop 29 gardening, and Belt Loop 29 can cook.
The only one I couldn't get on there was Belt Loop 29 and food. So, cool. I've only got 5.
But you guys have to watch the YouTube Police, and he's trying to get the license plates, and he's trying to figure out what they mean.
Well, I do a lot on license plates.
No, but that was I was dying. I'm telling you, it was so funny.
Oh, did you watch the one with the 2 plates? I on the way to work one day, I saw one that said for work, the number 4, and then work. And then,
that's what it was. I was like 4. I thought you were saying like 4 words. That's what I thought you said. Didn't you say 4 words?
No, for work. WORK. It says
for work.
I recorded that first, and right as I was about to get to work, there was another one that said always late. So I recorded always late, and I just loaded up, from the latest to the foreman. It was always late for work. So.
Oh my gosh! But I like your car that said kissing or something like that. Or was it?
Oh, I run into some very unusual tags, and so.
I was like, I don't want to know what they're doing.
Oh, we see. Then you know where Benbrook is. If you're talking about Fort Worth.
And not Fort Worth, but I did used to live out that way. But it's for work, WORK. Oh,
but I used to live I grew up in Benbrook.
Okay.
And my parents Fort Worth. And then my parents had a nightclub at 5407 Camp Bowie Boulevard, Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they used to. Long time ago.
Well, when I was a young and about 16, 17 years old, I used to go out to a discotheque called Latique out on FM 1960 in Houston. But, when I was really young, we used to live out in Hurst and Arlington. But then we moved over to Florida and then back over to Texas to Houston and then back over to Mississippi. So I've been a little bit everywhere. It seems like as long as it's in the South. Even lived in Louisiana at one point.
Well, I do not recommend going to Baltimore, Maryland.
I ain't got any plans of moving up north.
Why? What's What you got against Baltimore?
Nothing.
Oh,
It gets cold up there.
It's here too. It is cold here too in New York.
Yeah,
It's
but
just as cold.
hey, where are you at?
I'm in New York.
All right. Well, I ain't going to New York either.
That's right.
Hey,
Don't come there.
Hey, in December, I can't tell you. A lot of times in December, I can go right out here in my shorts.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
wow.
So
Yeah, you can't get out here in December. Not till maybe. No, it's cold now in March. They're like mid-March, end of March.
Drops only one of my channels are monetized. I could have monetized YouTube Police, but I chose not to at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I was over 3,000 watch hours, which is what is required for the fan funding. But I was already starting to feel burnout about it, and I am doing a little bit these days about working on watch hours again.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not really. In order to get monetized in 1 year, you have to have 11 hours a day, 10
Oh,
point,
wow.
11 hours a day of watch hours. Now, it doesn't have to be every day. You could have 77 hours in 1 week. But if you literally have to average, and now that's for the ad. I don't need the money either. The
It's
fact
a lot of work, though. That's the thing.
Well,
You got to put effort, like a lot of effort into it.
Here's the thing. I have been monetized since August the 19th, 2022. I have yet.
Belt Loop 29.
Yeah, on Belt Loop 29.
Okay.
I have yet to spend 1 penny on myself of the channel. The first year I had it, I spent it on people that I knew from YouTube mostly. Some of them I knew in person, but I would take whatever money the channel paid, and I would help somebody buy a tire or feed their dogs, or I knew one fellow that needed gas money to get back and forth to work, and there's always somebody who needs something. And so the first year I did that, and then I gave it away to members and people to watch the channel.
Is it snowing, Ace? I'm sorry. He's like, they're closing schools. I'm like, is it snowing? Then I just snow threats, but it's not snowing. Like, are they getting snow? When am I growing it? I wish I could grow. I can't. We have to sadly go to the stores and get our vegetables and all.
That's like the Orlando Prepper and Rule 2IC, who I follow. They take the money that they get from their YouTube channel and they turn it around and use it to buy things for, to have drawings or whatever. They don't keep the money and all that. I'm not trying to get monetized. I'm just trying to get, my goal right now is to get, I'm to 200 people, because I set goals for myself.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being monetized and using it as income. But, it just so happens I work 64 hours a week, and I made more money.
Lynn.
I made more money this last year than I ever have before, just because of the fact that I'm working so much overtime. But what I'm trying to do is set up my high 4 so that it works out. But I don't, it's not.
Hammer.
I've never carried that. In fact, I took a cut in pay to go work where I'm working. But there are people that do this and with the intention of making money off of it. Take Eddie, my buddy Devil Dog. The fact is, he's a disabled vet, and so his entire thought process of doing this is to make money, and he's done, decent with it, I reckon. Of course, he's always complaining about one thing or another, but that's just his nature. I think he thinks it's funny, and sometimes it is, but that's beside the point. Self-employed 28 years. I was self-employed for about 10.
Oh, he has. Okay.
But I didn't become a police officer till I was 50 years old. Well, 2 months before I turned 50.
I was a police officer at 21, and I ended the career at when I was I was 62, just turned 62, but I retired.
Well, for me to get the full 30 years in, which is what's required where I'm at to get full retirement, I would have to work till 79 years old.
Oh my goodness.
So right at just 2 months shy of my 80th birthday. I can't do that. So at least I don't think I can. So what, they base retirement where I'm at on two factors: 2% for every year that you 2% of an average of your highest 4 years. So while I either can work more years or I can work longer hours. And so I make more from one overtime shift than I do 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 months off of YouTube. So, and everything my channel makes right now, whether it's from memberships, super stickers, that type of thing, every dollar of it's going to help pay for the meetup over at Operation Rendezvous.
Well, with me, where I worked at in North Texas, it was 5 years to get vested because we were under TMRS, and Texas Municipal Retirement System. And, which, I can't complain. I mean, I wish I would have had saved more, but anyway, I still get a nice retirement check at the end of every month for as long as I live. And then if something happens to me as it stands right now, my ex-girlfriend, because we have grandkids, I had daughters and she had a daughter. And so right now, because of the fact, so she would get money it's T is in Texas, M is in Mary, R is in Robert, S is in Sam. It's TMRS, Lynn. Yeah. And it's Texas Municipal Retirement System because I was a Texas police officer.
AJ, I'm not going to sit here all day. You can either come up or I'm, on. But you missed your shot.
But yeah, it's, and it was they had a 3%, and then every year they authorize if they're going to do a COLA raise or cost of living raise, so it bumps it up a little bit, not a lot, but still it bumps up. But yeah.
How many years did you put in, Chris?
Well, I was a police officer from 44 years.
A long time. That's right. You told me you 21 when you started, 62 when you retired.
Well, technically it's 61, 62 because my birthday's in January, so it's like,
So that was 3%. Was that 3%? 3% of what?
Of whatever my salary or my pay was.
When you left?
No, that's when I was working there. They would match. In other words, for an example, if I made $1,000 a check, because we got paid every 2 weeks, and if I made $1,000, just throw out a number, then they would match that with 3%. They would say, okay, we're going to take 3% of the town's money and put into your retirement as well, not plus whatever you were set yours up to. And as I got closer to retirement, I was increasing my takeout of my check, to per check so that it would grow and have much, that much more. No, I don't have millions of dollars or anything like that, but.
Yeah. So it's like an annuity.
Well, yeah, it's an annuity.
Okay. Well,
but, yeah.
The way they figure ours is, let's say that and I'm just going to use easy numbers to work with. Let's say that I averaged $100,000 a year for 4 years. Well, that averages a real simple math. Averages 100,000 a year, right? So that averages out to be 100,000. If I worked, and it takes 8 years to become vested. So 8 years at 2% per year is only 16%. So of the 100, even if I was making on average 100,000, 16% would be 16,000 that they would spread out over the year. All right. So it's more likely it's not typically that much money in law enforcement, but that's for simple math. And of course,
I was just going to say that with me, because I was a senior officer, because I'd been there for so many years, that I was topped out on pay. They would not. I was. They had it from 1 to 10, and I was at 10 for like the last 5-6 years, and the city council and the mayor and all them wouldn't go, okay, we're having these long-term people stay longer. We need to make levels for 11, 12, on up. They wouldn't do it.
right.
Because it's cheaper for them to get some new police recruit out of the academy who starts out at level 1, where they're paying me level 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it was taking more money out of the city than it was for a number 1. And then I found out that as I got up in years, as far as being at the police department, that if I worked within a 2-week period of the paycheck or the pay cycle, that if I worked 20 hours of overtime, I basically gave the government, I worked for the government for free, because they would take out more taxes. They were taking out more taxes than I was getting back.
Well,
I did single, and I didn't claim myself or anything like that.
Right. Well, here's the thing, and that very well may be. All I know for sure is that with the tax system the way it is here in the United States, it's a graduating tax system, and I'm sure it was different. They've had a few tax breaks and what have you, and I'm not perfect on it, but I do know that from one level is from 0 to 10,000, then from 10 to something, and then from something to something, and
right.
The more you make, the higher the percentage that they take out.
Yep.
But on mine, I've always been able to go through, whether I'm working overtime or not, I can always take my hours, multiply it by my rate of pay, and then multiply that by 0.67, which is, it takes into account how much that they're taking out for retirement, how much they're taking out for FICA, how much they're taking out for taxes. It ends up being, I pick up 67% of, and that's includes whether or not I'm working overtime. The only difference is, they do take out a higher amount once you've made more money. So, and overtime is charged at time and a half, but still, they still shouldn't take out more than 25%. I think it is, at least currently.
Well, if I figured it out, if I worked over 8 hours of overtime, they were hitting me hard, because it was just like, and all the overtime that I did do would turn around and have to go to pay for the my federal taxes that they were taking out, because they would take out $600, for an example, of federal taxes. And if I worked 8 hours overtime and I made $500, then they were taking out that $500. So I was basically working for free. And it was like, I got to the point where I didn't want to work any overtime because it was not cost effective, or I'd have to put money back to save to whenever I came to, April 15th, and I had to put money into pay for my taxes.
Well, I can appreciate that perspective. My perspective is that I've got limited years I can work, and that for every additional overtime shift I work, if I work 3 overtime shifts, it's 90% more pay. Now, whether that's in my retirement account, whether it's in my pocket, which seems to be the case most of the time, or whether it's in my, goes towards Social Security, because they do rate, your Social Security is based at least partially on, well, it's pretty much entirely based on how much you've paid in over the years. They do have different metrics from the further it goes back. But from my perspective, the reason why I'm working so much overtime, and 24 hours of overtime gives you 190% of your pay. Because one shift, if you think about it, 5 shifts is worth 100% if you're working 5 days a week, 8 hours a shift, 5 days, 100%, that's 20% per day. If you're making time and a half for 8 extra hours, that you take that 20 and multiply 1.5, that puts it at 30%. So 3 shifts is 90% more. But ultimately, it's helping me basically double my pay, so that when it comes time for them to figure my highest 4, then it's almost like working twice as many years, if that makes sense. Because if I can double my pay, at least on paper, whether it's actual or not, although it seems to be, making in my pocket. But if I can double my pay, it's like working twice in a year, so that I may be able to retire in 15 years instead of waiting for 30. You can retire on age where I'm at, but anytime you retire before 65, then they go to the actuarial tables and they pay you less. So I need to work it to at least 65, but I'm thinking 67 or 70.
Well, Lori, what about you?
What about me?
You've been awful quiet, so I'm asking.
Well, she's listening, as we all were.
I'm just listening to everybody talking about working overtime and taxes and I'm just retired.
Yeah, but you're retired with a Lear jet.
Yeah.
By the way, can you get my email?
I'm 60.
All right, so 6 more years, you said.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at, I'll probably work another 5 to 7. I've got enough. I don't get to take much time off. And so right now, between my major medical and my personal time and agency comp time, I've got over a year, over 2,000 hours saved. And they'll put that towards retirement as, whatever I don't use by then. But I'm thinking of taking the last 2 years, and work a week, take a week off, work a week, take a week off. Almost as a transition into doing, being retired.
So that's what you do right now. You work 1 week, then take the week off.
No.
No?
Right now I work 64 hours a week.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, we work 84 hours.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, when I first started out there, it was 80 hours a week. But, then I got to where I wasn't going to work anymore overtime. I got tired of it. And then just recently, I guess April of last year, I started working 64 hours a week, which is basically 3 8-hour shifts.
Oh, that's the tomatoes. Which tomatoes are those?
Ones that I'd eat. This is the determined versus indeterminate tomatoes.
That's what I was wondering. Which one? So determinate or
determinate?
Determinate. Right, determinate. Because they grow differently, as I have seen.
Hey, seriously, if I can ever help with anybody with anything, when it comes to, if it's something I know, I'm more than happy to try and help. I don't know everything, but I know enough.
They grow differently. Where is it? See? So I'm trying to get it straight. See?
Yeah.
They grow. Yeah, they grow.
Well, A determinate will grow to a certain point and stop.
Okay.
An indeterminate is going to keep growing.
They kept getting taller and taller and taller.
That's why they need the stick. To keep it in place, I guess.
You can have 10-foot tall tomato plants. For that matter, you can just let it grow along the ground. It just is better to be off the ground so it doesn't get diseased and the tomatoes don't get bugs at them so easy. But
yeah, they just say 12 feet tall. Like they typically reach 6 to 8, but they can grow to 12 feet tall.
Okay.
Well, if you, I expect a lot of it depends on the variety, but on the ones I was growing, they were about 9 feet, and my wife thought I was watering them. I thought she was watering them, and so basically we stopped watering them.
So let me ask you this: when you water, okay, hypothetically, you've got a tomato plant that's 6 foot tall. You've trimmed everything and all, and it's growing. And so do you don't water? In other words, what's above ground or the dirt, you don't need to water that. You just need to water in the ground so it gets to the roots. Correct?
Right. By the way, if you are growing in containers or a raised bed, probably isn't as bad. But if you're growing in containers, you need to make sure that you have something like peat moss or coconut coir in there. That tends to hold on to water better. Otherwise, if the water just runs through it, it'll dry out too quickly. And for that matter, during the middle of the summer, you're probably going to end up having to water them pretty much every day anyhow.
Well, what I did that I did where is my camera? Nope, it didn't do it. It's still showing me like the white, too much glare. But anyhow, that's a little better. I in my raised beds in Texas, what I did is that I took and went and got Miracle-Gro, and it was something about moisture control or something. They had a special, but anyway, I used Miracle-Gro and for raised beds, and it was good to it would hold water and all that. But and I did it also in containers. But the problem I had, my issue, like I said earlier, was the birds and all that. So I'll have to try do a waterfall trick or get a water thing or something like that. And
I have a question, Chris. Are you?
Yes, I am.
Are you subscribed to MI Gardener?
I've never heard of it.
MI as in Michigan Gardener.
No, I'm not subscribed to MI Gardener.
He's got some good videos.
He is very good.
Let me see if I can find him.
It's all one word, MI Gardener.
And if you're interested in deep mulch gardening, look up Waylon Smalley.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to find MI Gardener. Is it a picture of a shadow of a guy with a wheelbarrow?
That could be. I don't know. I haven't looked at his channel in a while. Let's see.
Is that it?
Does it say MI Gardener?
Yes, that's him.
Okay. I'm subscribed now.
Wheelbarrow. That's MI Gardener, 1.32 million subscribers.
Okay,
yep,
so
that's him.
Gary, what were you saying? What channel?
If you get a while here, I've got a friend of mine who does deep mulch gardening. His name's Waylon Smalley.
I've heard of him too.
Is it all one word, Waylon Smalley, or 2 words?
No, 2 words.
Smalley?
Tell you what, I'll drop his link. Well, I can't. I will put it in private chat.
Hang on, Bignify. Is that him?
I think so. That looks like him from here. Kind of thin fellow with a goatee.
Well, it's an older.
Yeah, he's an older fellow.
And It's Waylon Smalley, and then it's semicolon. Come on, let's plant.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
him.
that's him.
Here, there, I got a bigger picture of him.
Oh,
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He actually comes into my live stream every now and again.
Oh gosh, sweet
No.
potatoes. I cannot do sweet potatoes. I can't. No. But here's the one that you were talking.
Some
Well,
people don't know what's good.
here's the one that you were talking about. I think took it
Is that a
away.
video?
You need some hot weather for sweet potatoes.
There, was that the one you were talking about? The deep
Yeah.
mulch?
Yeah, he does. That's all he does is deep mulch.
Okay. Well, I'm subscribed to him now. All right, back to our regular scheduled program, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, if you ever get a wild hair, I can tell you at least a dozen people that do garden videos that are pretty knowledgeable in one place or another. I'm sure Lori can too, and I'm sure probably Buglet could too.
Well, the thing is I'm trying to find, how can I put it? One, because I'm a prepper, and two, because I live in northern Oklahoma. I'm trying to find like-minded people in my area so I can, in other words, instead of going to somebody, okay, like that gentleman there, Waylon, he's up in Michigan, I'm assuming.
He's in Oklahoma.
Oh, well, hey, all right. I didn't
There
read
you go.
He is in Oklahoma, and he's a good guy. I've talked to him on many occasions. He's a really good guy. He's being in Oklahoma. He might know. He might know something. Be able to answer some questions for you as well. He also, he likes to promote other people's channels by getting them and send them pictures of their garden, and he shows them on Saturday.
Well, he doesn't have his about page where he's located at, but I'll take your word for it.
He is in Oklahoma. I know that for a fact.
Holy
Yeah, it doesn't say where he's from.
1.32 million subscribers and 2,100,000 videos, or 2,100. Jeez.
Hey, if you're looking for barbecue, I know a guy down on the coast has got about, 250, 300,000 subscribers.
I'm just trying to get 200. Right now, I'm just trying to get 200.
I can tell you how to do that easy. I can tell you how to get, increase your subscriber base easy. There's 2 or 3 things you do. First, do shorts. Shorts will attract subscribers a lot easier because for several reasons. First of all, YouTube's pushing them. Secondly, YouTube ain't as anxious to knock them off the rolls. Mm-hmm. Third, people that watch shorts tend to be more impetuous and will hit the like button or the subscribe button a lot easier. Second, go to other people like you're doing. Go to other people's live streams and talk with them, get to know them, show support. It's like Zig Ziglar said, in order to get what you want, I think it was Zig Ziglar, in order to get what you want out of in life, you got to make sure that enough other people get what they want out of life. Mm-hmm. So people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So anyhow, the more you support other people, the more you do for other people, the more they're going to support you. If you're a mod in somebody's live stream, make it a point to drop links for people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do that.
I know.
Me too. Yeah.
You just keep doing it, and those are the things that, and make sure that you don't, if find some, longer format videos don't do as much when it comes to getting subscribers, but some of them do. I had one short that had 168,000 views, got me over 240 subscribers from one video, I think. but that's been a long time ago.
Well,
And
I'm not trying to buy this. You know how some people.
no, don't buy.
No.
Do not buy. Now, for that matter, there is a way to do. YouTube has what they call promotions. It's not. I wouldn't normally recommend it for everybody, but if somebody is interested, if you paid YouTube for promotion, they push out your stuff and people will subscribe from that. That's not the same as buying. All the promotion is for them to get it in front of other people. It's different when you're sitting there. There are people out there that pay people to subscribe, and they'll never watch your channel again. But, the way the algorithm works is they have once your stuff is in somebody's library or watch list, their watch history, they're more likely to show your stuff to that person. It's almost like drawing. It's not like they're pushing. It's more like it's drawing them to you. And the things that typically make a difference with that is, titles and thumbnails, on the longer format. You can't pick a title or a thumbnail on a short, but you can on a wider format. And the way titles are done, some of them encourage newer users. Some of them are more for
Clicks.
Optimizing search engine. There's just so many different things with it. And then when you do the video, the first thing that
you're right. He is. He's very knowledgeable.
Well, I tend to be obsessive compulsive. And so I watch a lot of video and read a lot of information. And
now, Gary, I have to say this one thing.
What?
You have to remember, I got a 3rd grade education. Okay, so you using them big fancy college words, nolo comprendes.
I'm sorry.
No big words, Chris.
Hey,
I ain't no fancy college educated person here. Okay.
Hey, I'm the least educated person in my family, so and that's the God's honest truth. Now I will admit that I have a bunch of videos about $5 words, but I also got a bunch of videos. I got over 150 videos on how to speak redneck.
Right.
So
here's your sign.
That's right.
But speaking of videos, I comment on your videos, Gary.
I noticed, and I was going to comment back. As soon as I got home, I hopped on here, and I was trying to show some support in the live stream.
Gary, don't do that again. Don't say that it's all my fault, because somebody said that already.
I wasn't going to say, hey, I never say it's your fault. I always say it's Eddie's fault. Eddie's got a shirt out there that says it's all Eddie's fault. It's all Devil Dog's fault.
So, does he really?
Yes, he does. You get a wild hair, you ought to check out his merch. He's got it, or even have a T-shirt made say it's all Devil Dog's fault. So no.
Let me ask you a personal question. You do not have to answer it. Let me find it again.
Okay.
Where was it at? Or go ahead. I got to find it now.
So
there it is. There it is.
About how old I am? Lynn asked how old I was?
I think she's asking Chris.
Let me make myself big so you can see this.
Here we go.
So what's up with this guy? Everything I found on him was all I could find on him was gaming stuff and all this.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And I'm kind of like, okay, he's got my attention, and it's like he's one that I don't think I want on my channel.
Well, I understand, and the problem that I run into, I'll be honest with you, Chris, is a lot of times, I don't have the heart to sit there and be mean to somebody. Even if it's obvious that don't get me wrong. There are times I will step up and say, no, that's not the truth. you do this, you do that, or whatever. But for the most part, I think he felt like he was being helpful and he knew something. And sometimes, and I began to be God's honest truth. I began to wonder, does that what I sound like? Because, when I know something, I just feel like I know it. And it sounded like that's what he sounded like he was trying to do. And I'll have a little bit of soft spot. I had somebody that tried to come up on my panel the other day. See, you showed Chris the guy was on
Gary,
the
that day that guy came on, I was gonna come on, to be honest, but then something about him, I don't seemed off with me, so I don't know. Maybe it's just him. I don't know, to be
You should
honest.
always go with your gut feeling.
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't want to be mean to him, and
right.
So
I stayed in chat. I was just, I don't know, something about him. I can't place my finger on it, but it was just something. I said, you know what, I'll, another time. I just stayed in chat and hung out.
I mean, I understand that there's going to be people that come into your channel that are never been there, just starting out on YouTube, wanting to learn and have all good means and all that. But if it's just like if I came to your house, Gary, I would be respectful to your house, to your property, to your animals.
You would, but not necessarily everybody would.
True.
And there are, and he just about pushed me too far, but when he was over talking everybody, and especially Jonesy. And Jonesy is a friend of mine I've had for as long as I've been. Really, I mean, me and Devil Dog considered him our third wheel because he was always there. Jonesy's good people. He's a good friend. I've sent him stuff. He sent me stuff. I've got coins in here and things of. I've got stuff from Jonesy, and it bothered me not so much that he talked over me, but that he was talking over Jonesy. And he kind of backpedaled there for a minute, but then he kept doing it. That's one of I don't know. I make mistakes, and I would prefer to. The good book says to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And so I try to keep that in mind anytime I'm dealing with somebody. And, I don't know. It's hard for me to tell some. It's not that I can't do it, because I can. And if he had been a little bit ruder, I probably would have kicked him or told him right then to his face. I don't know. Premier Hale, I think his name is, or something.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember him, which is surprising because I hardly remember anything.
Yeah, I'm subscribed already. That's him, right?
Hang on.
That's Devil Dog.
Yeah.
That's my buddy.
Right.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
In fact, if you get a wild hair sometime, if you like to see some interesting video, go watch some old stuff called Good Cop, Bad Dog. There'll be episodes on his channel and episodes on my channel. That'll be on my Belt Loop 29, or it'll be on his channel.
It's Devil Dog's fault. That's funny.
Yeah, I told you.
Wait, hold on. We get bigger.
But you know what I found out, Gary? As far as the veterans go, there is a bunch of Marines. There's a bunch.
Here we go.
Army, but I've yet to find anybody, hardly any Coast Guard.
There we go.
Veterans.
I found a Coast Guard. When was it? I don't even remember. I came across somebody who was in the Coast Guard. It may be somebody I work with. But it's rare to run into Coast Guard. But you're right. You don't see a lot of that. But yeah, in fact, I've got a coin around here somewhere that I had made for the Good Cop, Bad Dog show. And I'll have to, I don't know where it is. It's in here somewhere.
Well, he's got all the sizes. He's got small, medium, large, extra large, 2XL, 3XL, and 4XL. Okay.
Oh, here it is. I found it. Let me see if I can get it out of here. This is a coin I had made specifically for the Good Cop Bad Dog show. And it has a dog on one side,
Oh,
and it has my badge on the other.
the bad down. Okay. Oh.
So we only had 5 of these made. And Devil Dog got one of them. I got one of them. Jonesy got one of them. And then I think I gave away one. And Eddie may still have that 5th one. So I gave Eddie 2. And we gave, I made sure that Jonesy got one of them. And I gave away one and kept one. So they're
Ooh,
numbered.
Ooh.
But I had, it was just something that was fun. It was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Liam? I enjoyed that show, but he really annoyed the stew out of me at times. But Eddie is my best friend on here, and I go see him all the time. Well, I say all the time. If I leave this state or my town, the chances are pretty good it's going to be head out to Dayton, Texas, and go see Eddie and Jamie. They're good people, and I've been blessed by knowing them. And, but he's good people. We used to have a lot of fun doing that, and but there were issues that we ran into. I think the whole gag kind of thing on it was supposed to be, he was always kind of poking my buttons, and I was just supposed to sit there and take it most of the time. And I got to where, when we weren't doing it, and I guess sometimes even when we were, all I could think of is smart aleck things to say back to him. Everything come out of his mouth just pissed me off. And so I got to where I couldn't do that anymore. I didn't want to do that anymore. So we quit doing the show. I think we could do it again for a while. But anyone grow paprika? Paprika. I'm sure my wife.
You guys know each other for a long, long time. So
yeah,
your relationship is how it is. You've known each other forever, it seems.
That's true. I mean, he's the first person I really kind of hooked up with doing live streams.
Oh,
so
hey, there you go.
And we went through and we went ahead and got me. We did the stuff on my channel till I got monetized. Then we moved it over to his channel. And once he got monetized, then we went ahead and just did part of them on mine, part of them on his. So Eddie's good people, and he helps out a lot of people. He really does. He's got, even though he likes arguing, I think.
You think?
But,
yeah, I don't know.
A little bit.
There's no question he does. But
I think that's just him.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Well, one time he was nice to me, and I was wondering what was going on. He's freaking me out a little bit.
He was.
So,
oh, that's funny.
well, then Jerry betting he couldn't, be nice to me for a week. He was nice to me for a couple of days, but then he started getting all passive aggressive and saying, "I'm just saying, I'm just stating the fact," or anyhow. So he wasn't really being nice. He was just using a workaround. So that's okay. I have enjoyed being here. I honestly have, and I'll be more than happy to. I think all y'all should still be able to get my phone number out of the private chat. If you need it, call me. I know a little bit about using StreamYard. I know a little bit about using StreamYard. I know a little bit about using Talk Studio. I know a little bit about using, navigating through the YouTube Studio. And so let's see, there was something somebody was looking for earlier. I can show you all that before I go to bed. I'm gonna share my link or share my page, and if you would just bring that up, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah. Hang on.
Okay,
Let me find it again. Where'd it go?
it should be right there beside my name.
Yeah, it is, but now I'm trying to figure out how to get it. There's that.
Right there.
There's that.
That's fine.
There.
All right, what you want to do if you want to check, because they have what's known as shadow banning, and shadow banning does not necessarily mean that somebody blocked them, but if they are blocked, what you want to do is you want to go to, let me double check and make sure which one. Is it permissions? No. Community
Is that what you were trying to
moderation?
tell Wanda to do earlier, guys?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
These are the, this will show you the hidden channels, and all you have to do is go through and look at those, and it'll show you this under community moderation under settings is where you have blocked people. That's down here. You have blocked people. You have moderators and managing mods right there.
Oh, managing as the managing moderators. Okay.
And that was under settings.
Yeah, that's under settings.
Yeah.
So, and I could tell you, and I may say something as simple as, if I'm trying to tell you how to get to you, put it on subscribers only or whatever, I'll tell you basically everything you need to click on. It's just studio, community. You go from community, you go to, no, it's not community, it's content. And then it's the live streams, and then to over that use details, and then customization, and then go down, and that's where you do the subscribers only. I can walk you through most everything on here if need be. Never heard of kudzu? Okay.
Gary, check your phone.
Me?
Kudzu is common, especially in the South.
Gary.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah, Gary. Yeah.
The other Gary.
Right.
All right. Yep. All right. I got it, Emily.
There you go.
I got Texas Raider, and I got a former officer that texted me too. He retired was it last year or this year? No, last year he retired, end of June.
Yeah. Lynn.
I am going to have to go though, because it's almost 2:00 in the morning, and I need to get some sleep. I just do. I've enjoyed it. Always fun. Always enjoyed being in your chats.
Well, thank you, Gary.
I've enjoyed being on your panel. So,
one day we need to trade addresses so I can, I don't know if you have challenge coins or not.
I do have a few.
I mean,
you want to see my FBI challenge coin?
Hang on, let me make bigify.
No, that's it.
Yeah, that's a Las Vegas one.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Super Bowl.
Oh, you went last year? Nice.
I didn't go to it.
Oh, you didn't go?
But I got a challenge coin from it. You can debigify me.
I'm working on it. I'm slow.
That's okay.
I'm left-handed, so the right hand's controlling the mouse.
Oh no.
But you have a good night. Get some rest, brother.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good
night, Gary. Nice talking to you.
And if y'all, seriously, if I can help with anything, I'd be more than happy to help. Okay.
How about taxes?
Awesome.
I can probably recommend somebody. So, y'all have a good one.
Good night, Gary.
Good night, Gary.
Good night, Gary. Oh.
I don't know about you, but I need a refill. Unless
I don't know about you, but I need to finish my drink, and It's almost
It's
3
literally almost
o'clock
3. I know,
here.
yeah. Even though I'm loaded here with drinks and
we're not going to break the 6-hour mark.
How much time?
I can't even do that
It's
tonight.
only
I
3
gotta go.
minutes, 3 hours and 9 minutes.
Wow. That's pretty good.
I think we
I
covered
think we
a
might-
lot tonight.
5
I
more
mean,
minutes.
I might be snoring by the time 6 hours comes around.
Serena, no, I don't, because
I think we
right
can do
now
5 more minutes.
I like purple cabbage. And right now I don't have a garden because I've only lived here for 7 months, 6-7 months, and it's all been winter, and so I haven't actually got a garden started. So it'll be a bit before I get a garden.
Yeah. I mean, my mom likes to get the little potted, for basil and oregano. It's like the little pots, in the store. She likes to
Well,
get those.
you were talking about pot again?
I was the ones that never.
With the odd number of leaves, or are you talking about a
But the
pot
one with the odd number of
you
leaves.
put a plant
Yes.
in?
Yeah, the odd number, and ones that look so, you know how they look. No, the basil, like an oregano, she likes to put them in the kitchen over there sometimes. So that's how we have to do
Are we going
things.
to take a station break, or are we going to just call it a night then?
I literally should have to go because between 8 people, let's say we have precision door coming tomorrow. So between 8 and 12, it's like we don't know if it's gonna be 8 and 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, or 11 to 12. But somewhere between 8 and 12, this precision door company is coming.
So you're getting a new door?
My mom, one of the doors here in the house. I don't know, but yes.
All right. So
anyway, but it's annoying. It's like, all right, you can't say between 8 and 9 or 9 and 10. It's like this. Here's your window, 8 and 12.
Yeah.
It's
all right. So everybody is in agreement that we're gonna end this late night.
Well, we can.
I'm gonna be sleeping very shortly.
It's just like
I'll be up until 6.
I can't do that.
I say that now that I'm
Unfortunately.
watching TV like a moron.
Should I go get a baseball bat and go?
I know you might do that to me actually because I'm so bad. I'm really bad.
All right. Well, ladies, thank y'all for coming in.
Yes, thank you.
Everybody in chat and that's been here and gone, and everybody who still remains.
Oh shoot! Who's it? Wow.
What are you shooting?
No, shooting the plant. No.
Oh. Ace drops. Lynn,
I wanted to see who was in chat here. Yes, Lynn and Serena.
Good night, everybody.
Yes, good night, Ace. Good night, Lynn.
Good
night,
everyone.
Serena.
I thank y'all for coming in. Please,
thank you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody.
And hit if you haven't already, hit the like button and leave a comment in the video, or come back and watch it and leave a comment. And please subscribe.
Definitely leave comments for sure. That helps the algorithm, right?
Yes.
Leaving the comments helps the algorithm. Yes.
Yes.
Which is why I was dropping comments on Gary's license plate videos. Oh, what you guys need to check out. You got on his YouTube police. Definitely check out his license plate videos.
All right.
You guys would laugh. I don't know about everybody else. You would laugh, Lori. You definitely would laugh, Chris. I was rolling.
Ace, thank you so
much.
License plate videos. That's what I'm calling it. Let me see if I can do this really fast. Probably not. They're under
Ace
YouTube
is amazing.
Yeah, they're under YouTube police.
I will definitely have to check those out.
Oh my goodness. They're short videos. It's under let's see.
All right.
Anyway. And I was trying to be wait. Let's be really, really quick here. Okay, here we go. So go to his belt loop and then go to his YouTube police.
Oh, I thought you
that's I don't know, it's weird how you okay, so literally
under shorts.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh Lord.
So there we go. See? Is it straight? There we go.
I really can't make anything out.
The license plate video. Well, yeah. See, he's talking about the license plates of the cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
like the
time
second
for
one
me
he
to
was talking
go.
about Miss Goose. There's actually one where its name was here it is. One booger.
It's different license plate names, is what it is.
Yeah,
Lori.
this license plate. So he reads it to you, and he's like,
Personalized plates.
"Yeah, personalized plates." But he's like, "What does that mean?" Well, I don't know. Can you figure it out? Like, he's asking us, like, why is it? So this one booger one, I was dying. It literally says number 1 and then booger. But
I hope they get it taken care of, Serena.
All right. Anyway, guys, yeah. So yeah, he's just showing us personalized license plates, but they're funny names though. So that's why I was saying check it out because
Good night,
they're
Ace.
funny. All right. Good night, guys. Good night, Ace. Good night.
Hugs
Good
and
night,
love,
good night to
everyone.
all. Oh,
God
hugs.
bless.
Good night, Drops.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Good night, Chris.
Yeah.
Good night, Emily.
Good night, Lori. Good night, Chris.
Love you all.
Good night. Hugs. See you. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. I
Let me
think
end-
I'm going to
Let
go.
me end this stream.